What's up, good people? We in the building. We are back. We are getting this thing started. You see the title, you see the thumbnail, so you already know what's going on here. Let's get ready to go. Let's get it. And as usual, as I always remind you, make sure you hit the like button as you make your way in. I see people already in the building. Make sure y'all hit the like button. And if you're catching it on the restream, make sure you hit the like button as well. Let's get this thing going. Let's get it started. Let's get it.
Peace, folks. This is X from TPOT Media. Open your mind and wake your black ass up. You know what time it is. Hit that damn like button as you make your way in the door. Grab a seat, settle in, get ready. It's the Grown Man Hour with your host, my man, Bernard Riley.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Mumia Obsidian Ali. You know who I am. I need no introduction, right? And you're listening to the Grown Man Hour with my man Bernard Riley, heard weekdays right here on YouTube. What do you think about that? How about that? Now let's get back on with the show. Thank you.
What's up, everybody? Shout out to everybody in the building. Shout out to everybody in the building. Once again, like I already said, hit the like button. Hit the like button. If you're here, hit the like button. Shout out to Queen Q. Shout out to everybody that make it in bright and early. Drop a comment before we get things started. Shout out to Queen Q. She says, good morning, Bernard. In chat, hope everyone is having a good morning. Absolutely. Sharon Bracy in the building says, good day, people. And that's Sharon, not Sharon. Hopefully I got that right. Logan JJ in the building. Shout out to you. Says it's Friday. Certainly is. Big Mag the Fisher in the building. Celine's Cooking Corner. Shout out to you. Dunamis Bacchus. Yeah, be killing me with them names. Here we go. Yo says, yo, Bernard. The human chapter. I actually like that. Oh, yeah. He says to Bernard Riley in the chat. Oh, yeah. Peace to Bernard Riley in the chat. The Wandering Mind with JDM. Good for them, but this is Jay-Z. Nothing altruistic. Careful about how we praise this move. Yeah, we about to get into a number of things here. Shout out to Queen Q in the building. Appreciate you coming on through. And Ray Hannah. Yeah, you must not be frequent around here. We normally don't. If I'm doing a story on this, is normally I'm reading between the lines. It ain't about the praise. Oh, good, he gave back to the community. You know, we surgically break down things over here. But without further ado, about to bring on the special guest who's gonna help me break this thing down, as well as a number of other things that we gonna get into last time he was here, he set the show on fire. So we gotta welcome him back. Savings minus debt in the building, or LJ as we call him.
How you doing? How you doing, Bernard? Can you hear me okay?
Yep, doing good.
All right. Thank you.
Good.
I appreciate it, Bernard. Thank you for having me back. I always love to stir the pot because I'm different. All right, and can prove it. So that's what I love about doing it. So appreciate it, man. So
yeah,
I didn't know if you wanted me to introduce myself right now or
we might as well go ahead and do that. It's probably
all right.
Listening may not know you, so go ahead and get started and just give them a little bit. Just tell them what you're about. Tell them what you're about.
All right. For those of you that do not know me, my name is LJ Young, and I'm a 100% debt-free motivational speaker and personal finance educator. I help people become financially free by helping them mathematically see outside what I call the debt matrix. And the debt matrix is where slaves live. Now, there's two kinds of slaves. There's unconscious slaves and conscious slaves. Unconscious slaves can't see negative numbers, and they don't know they can't see negative numbers, right? So let me give you a quick example so you'll understand, all right? Just in case you guys are wondering, what am I talking about, right? So if you're a homeowner, right, open up your calculator on your calculator app and put in your mortgage payment minus your mortgage balance and hit equal, all right? And look at the calculator while you're listening to my voice. The reason why you believe you're a homeowner is because you can't see negative numbers. That's the answer, right? That's my gift. My gift for you guys to all understand is this, so you guys clearly understand this. My gift is that I have the ability to see negative numbers, and that's how I help people change people's lives. That's it.
Right on. Good stuff. You put it real simple the way that you put it.
Because it is.
You put it real simple.
It's simple. People just don't believe it. It's so simple. But I'm never wrong, so it doesn't matter what anybody thinks. I'm never wrong, ever.
The guy whose name always botch. Let me get this turned down. Ramsey.
Yeah.
Would you say he puts it that simple when he does it? Because it seems like it's a little more complicated when he's doing. Well, he makes
it more complicated than what it really is. Yes, but I learned from him. Without him, there would be no me.
Mm-hmm. So I definitely hear him going in, and he definitely says some good things. But before we get deep off into all of that, it was the article that I sent you last night. Yeah. Actually, may have been this morning when I sent it. Actually, now that I think,
Well, but go ahead. I you tell me your thoughts about this article, and I'll tell you what it is.
Well, I'm gonna read through it, and you can stop me line by line because there was a lot of things in here that kind of raised an eyebrow to me. So I know they had your spidey senses tingling.
Well, put it this way. Since I can see negative numbers, I don't have to read the article to know what it is. Okay. I don't even have to read the article. All I got to do is look at the title, and I know exactly who they're talking to. They're not talking to me. But go ahead and read the article, and then we'll go through it. I'll let you understand. And I'm just telling you right now, the reason why I can see it because I can see negative numbers. So go ahead.
Mm-hmm. All right. Jay-Z and Will Smith invest in rent-to-own housing startups. Now, it was a time when I would have said, okay, great. That face value, that sounds good. Mm-hmm. But after our last conversation, I do look at things. I do look at things a little different now.
You want me to tell you this? I'm gonna tell you the simple answer for that first sentence.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Like Rent-A-Center, they rent furniture and couches and shit, right? This is Rent-A-Center for houses. That's it. Okay. For people that can't afford nothing. Slaves have no money. So that's why I'm simplifying this for you. Rent-A-Center for houses. Okay, let's go on with the continue.
Mm-hmm.
See how simple I made that? So simple.
Right on. Mm-hmm. Says Jay-Z and Will Smith are among a list of investors involved in a startup that helps renters build credit until they can buy a home of their own.
All right, let me translate to you. Jay-Z
Hold on,
and Will
hold on,
Smith.
before you go,
Okay.
it was that line right there. I was like, I gotta send this to LJ.
Yeah. Yes.
I was like, he gonna have a field day just with the first sentence. He gonna have a field
Yes.
day with that one.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Yes. This would happen. Some billionaires walked up to Jay-Z and Will Smith and said, "Hey man, can we use your name and your pictures to say you're investing in this shit?" That's what happened. That's what really happened. And I guarantee you, Jay-Z and Will Smith, I can't guarantee you, but they probably have no idea what the real story is, because whatever they're paying Jay-Z and Will Smith is pennies compared to what they're making off of slaves with this deal. Pennies.
Right.
Compared to tabs on your car. Okay. That's how much that's how much money they probably paid these guys to them, what they're gonna make on this deal. But go ahead.
My spidey sense was tingling on that one too, because I was starting to think to myself, are they really even investors in it, or are they just the figureheads? They're
the figureheads, so black people will believe it. That's what, because slaves think negative numbers have something to do with color. Math has nothing to do with color. It doesn't matter if Jay-Z and Will Smith are black. It doesn't, but they will associate that, and then they will jump on board faster. That's the purpose of this. So they'll believe it. And see, when you go further, you'll see, oh, we're helping people. Yeah. I get it.
I get it. Okay, well, here we go. Reading further, it says Landis Technologies is raising $165 million from a group of investors that include Jay-Z's Roc Nation, Will Smith's Dreamers VC, and Sequoia Capital, Bloomberg reported last week.
Their deal was probably they got a piece of it. That's what that is.
Yeah, but when they say they're raising 165 million, what exactly is that? Like, so is this like just the front capital that they're going to use to buy that?
So they're getting money so they could buy up a whole bunch of properties and rent them. They're just getting in on what the banks. Okay, put it this way, Bernard, it's no different than FHA mortgages. Okay, but it's worse. FHA mortgages are for slaves. That's like for really, really bad slaves, right? But then you take these rent to own, they are under that. This is below that. This is for slaves that really, really don't know. So they take somebody popular and say, "Oh, I trust those guys," and then they just do it. That's how it works.
So what more than likely will end up. Well, no, I'm gonna read for it. It's part of it I read already, so I want to read it before I ask you a question on this one. Okay, but okay. Founded by Surreal, I'm bad with names, Vertigo and Tom Pettit, the startup models its service on a rent-to-own strategy for would-be homeowners who can't afford to buy a home. Can't afford to buy. According to Bloomberg, Landis Technologies buys a home for someone who is looking to own but can't yet rent.
It makes no sense. Absolutely no sense. None. Zero.
They're buying a home for somebody who is looking to own but can't yet.
See what you said. See how hard you're having trouble to read it, because that makes absolutely no mathematical sense. That's why you're having trouble saying it. You rent. You're like, wait a minute, this don't even go in the same sentence. Why are you putting those together? They don't know that though, Bernard. They don't know that doesn't go in the same sentence because they can't see negative numbers. If they could see negative numbers, Bernard, they would say, wait a minute, don't own. Cash is the only way you can buy a house, right? Yeah. And you're saying if I can't afford to buy a house with my own cash, you're saying I could still get a house with no cash? And you know what the bank says? Yes. Yeah, you sure can. Come over here. We got this rent to own thing right here. That's what they do.
All right. Landis Technologies buys a home for someone who is looking to own but can't yet, and rents it to them until they qualify for a mortgage. When they do, the person can buy the home at a preset price up to 2 years after the company first purchased it. Okay.
I'm sorry, man. Go ahead. It's just hurt. I can feel it. It's just hurting me. Oh, they just do you slaves so dirty. I'm sorry, Bernard. Go ahead. Keep reading.
Well, these are, what you would call slaves who already got bad credit. Okay.
Yes.
So I'm assuming that your thing is, okay, you got bad credit because you have debt. Pay off the debt, and then your credit will improve.
Okay, listen, Bernard, see how deep you're going into it? See how deep you're going into it? You can't buy a house if you don't have money. Period. Period. Well, go ahead. I'm sorry, man. Go ahead.
Even aside from that, I still see it as slightly problematic. Even if people who are financing houses, I suppose that if they're renting these houses out, okay, the people that's investing in it, they want to make their money, so they probably charging rent through the wazoo. And in the event, and I would say unlikely event, that this person gets their credit right in those 2 years, and then they can go and buy the house. But if this person went from bad credit to just being able to buy, their interest rate, their credit score probably still low, so their interest rate going to be high. So the people who bought it's a finesse. Even if
you're making it so complicated. Listen.
No, but even if you accept the whole financing the house thing, I still see a finesse in there. But I understand.
Listen, this company listen, Bernard. This is the simple fact. This company knows that whoever signs up for these houses will never, ever, ever own them in a million years. So they will always listen. These guys know they will always be the owners of the houses, because I'm gonna tell you one more time. The reason why they don't know that, because they don't have my gift. I have the ability to see negative numbers. Slaves cannot. That's it. They can't see it. They'll never own those houses. They'll never be homeowners. And while they're living there, Bernard, they'll be calling themselves homeowners the whole entire time when they're not. Absolutely brilliant. Brilliant. Jay-Z, Will Smith, where can I invest? That is brilliant.
The company investment comes at a time when working class Americans are struggling to acquire home ownership amid soaring prices. Landis helps families take their very first steps toward home ownership. Ralof Batha, partner in Sequoia, said in a statement, by focusing on financial literacy and individualized coaching. So they're giving individualized coaching to the people. Come on, that's a good thing. They're giving them coaching. That's a good thing.
Listen, man, if you're going to buy, okay, listen, if you're going to buy a house and right in the middle of trying to buy a house, you figure right there at that moment you need a coach. Okay, that's the wrong thing. Wait a minute, you're going to step on the football field, ain't never played football, and say, what's a coach? What's a coach? I need a coach? That's the same thing, Bernard. That's the same thing. You see how they do them, Bernard? They do them so dirty. Ooh. Go ahead, man. This is a funny-ass article.
We are giving everyone the opportunity to own their home. Landis Technologies is particularly relevant to those with low to moderate income who have been neglected by traditional financial solutions.
Oh, God.
But if they're being rejected by traditional financial solutions, I mean, if they still have to jump through the same hurdle or hoop, they have to qualify for it. So
no, Bernard,
they have to qualify for the loan. All the same. So it's like
this is what I'm saying. The traditional people are telling them the answer that they need to know. They're saying, "Hey, you cannot afford a home, so no." But the slaves will not accept that. They just won't accept it. So guess what they do? They go to the subprime sharks. These guys right here, these are what you call subprime sharks. These are like at the bottom for the people that really don't know.
Yeah,
I mean it. Ooh, and it's business though. It's nothing personal. It's business. It's
reminding me of when I was, really, when I was broke, and I had to do one of them payday advance loans. I know you know about those. Well, I know you don't.
I do.
Okay, you know of them.
I know exactly about them. Oh yeah.
Yeah, where they,
no, that shit is brilliant, man. You guys think I don't pay attention to it? Those guys are brilliant. Those guys are brilliant. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
They liable to give you $600, and when you get paid again, you got to pay them back like $750 or $720 or.
You think they're gone? They're still here, Bernard. They're called Earning App, Chime, All those those apps that get you your money 2 days early. That's the new payday lenders. That's them.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm in a place now where I don't even see that kind of shit. I mean, I probably see it, but it just.
Hold on for a second.
I think I got something in the mail recently. I got something in the mail recently. It said something about an advance a payday advance. It wasn't worded like that, but it was something like that I did get in the mail fairly recently. But when I get stuff like that, I just toss it. Like I toss that stuff on site. It's a wrap. I don't even see that kind of stuff anymore. But let's see. We got 100 people in the building. Make sure y'all go ahead and hit that like button. Hit that like button. Let people know you're here. And see, I be bulling because I probably haven't even hit my own like. I probably haven't even hit the like button myself. So let's go ahead and get that going. Let me hit that like button. But yeah, it was 110 people in here. Only 42 on the likes. Come on, y'all are boiling. Y'all are playing me on the likes. But no, it was a time when I didn't necessarily look at this as a finesse. Oh, okay. I think oh, you just switched up?
Oh yeah. Close that one. Yeah, close that one. I'm sorry.
Close the other one. Let's see.
Yeah, because I had to do a different connection here.
Hopefully, if I kick. All right, I'm about to try to kick the other one from studio if I make a mistake. Okay, oh, you did it. Okay, cool.
No,
perfect.
Yeah, I did.
Perfect. All right, cool. So yeah, all right,
all right, sorry about that. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, no problem. But yeah, no, the finesse with those payday advance loans, get your money a few days early, a week early, but you're paying them back an extra $100. And if you check to check, like most people are, you're going to need that extra $720. I mean, that extra, $120, $150, so you end up in a situation where you get your check, you pay your bills, you pay them back, and you're broke, and then you end up doing it again. It's like a repetitive cycle where they just become another one of your bills, basically.
That's the rat wheel. That's how slaves know they're the rat, but they don't know what the wheel is. What you just explained, Bernard, that's the wheel. They power it. That's them. They made the wheel.
Mm-hmm.
They keep doing the same repetitive slave stuff. That's what they do. They don't know that. They don't know that. They don't know that.
All right. It says the company had used referrals from real estate agents and mortgage lenders to work with prospective homeowners who are typically unqualified for mortgage due to poor credit and lack of down payment, savings, or debt. They got debt, but they in the market buying homes from sharks. Anyway, Landis also offers financial coaching for people to help them improve their credit and lower their down payments. Financial inclusion is really important to us. Mr. Vertigo told Bloomberg. An aspect of Landis that we're very proud to be a part of is wealth creation for low-income Americans.
They be throwing the words in their wealth and wealth creation, and they just be believing that. They just be believing it.
Yeah.
But that's important, though, Bernard. That's all important. Okay, I'm not knocking it.
The company now operates in 11 states, including South Carolina, Kentucky, Alabama, with 165 million investment. Landis will buy about 1,000 homes.
I bet you
and plans to turn at least 80% of his clients into home owners.
Ooh, you don't even know what they're saying. They're saying all investors, hey, look how good this return is. Listen, we're going to buy 1,000 houses and 80% of them are already filled. You better get in on this investment. You better come and get in on some of this money. All these slaves think they're 80% of these out of 1,000 homes. 80% of that 1,000 is they already have slaves believing they're homeowners already. Boom. You better hurry up.
In addition to the investment from the alleged investment from Jay-Z and Will Smith.
Did they say alleged?
No, I put that in there.
I was about to say they are bold. Okay, go ahead. My bad.
I added that.
All right.
In addition to the investment from Jay-Z and Will Smith, a group of founders also invested in Landis, including leaders at Cash App, Ethos, Instacart, and Tango.
Ooh, all the big boys getting in on that fucking cash cow. Oh my God. What they say, the latest round of funding brings the startups to
total debt and equity raised to $182 million.
Will Smith, Jay-Z, I don't know what was your piece, but congratulations. Congratulations. That's forever money. That money's forever. That's forever money right there. Congratulations, Jay-Z, Will Smith. Well done. I don't know who approached you, but hey, tell them to call me. SMD. Hey, come call me. I want in on that.
Oh man, that's good stuff though. I'm well, not good stuff. It's actually bad. I mean, for the few people.
No, that's good. But no accounts on which side you're talking about. The consumer, yeah, that's bad. Investor, that's beautiful, baby, beautiful.
Yeah, no, definitely. So what you would say that these people need, not to be getting caught up in some potential shark deals or whatever.
Are you talking about the consumer?
I'm talking about the person that's trying to rent to own.
Gotcha. Okay. I got to know who you're talking about before I can give you the right answer. But
okay. But for the people that's trying to rent to own, you would say that, okay, what's your advice? What should they do? How should they pick? They clearly need some financial help. How do they pick that financial, advisor? What do they do? What's they move?
The first thing they do is this. This is what you do. If you think you're ready for a house, that's what I want you to do. I want you to log into your bank account. And then I want you to see how much the house you want. So if it's $400,000, and then I want you to log into your bank account and see if you have $400,000. If your bank account doesn't agree with you that you're ready for a house, you're not ready for a house. That's it. That's it. You don't need no credit. You don't need the DTI. You don't need any of that. Just log into your bank account and see if you got $400,000. If you don't got $400,000, don't worry about buying a house, because you only can buy a house in cash. There is no other way to buy a house. But listen, you guys don't know that because you guys can't see negative numbers. That's why I keep telling you guys. That's my gift. I can see negative numbers. You guys can't.
Big Mag the Fisher in the building says all types of institutions are getting out in front of new homeowners to squeeze money out of the home owning process. Blackstone, Reach, Zillow, etc. We need this info. Thank you. Absolutely, 100%. Try to bring the info. But shout out to you. Thanks for the super chat. Appreciate that. All right. So these people, they need, when we was kicking around a topic or whatever, how to pick the right financial partner.
Gotcha. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. You want me to say how to do that?
Yeah, let's just start right there. Yeah.
All right. So this is how, now I'm going to try to do it a simple way so you guys can understand. All right. So how to pick the right financial partner. This is all you got, the financial business person. All you got to do is take one look at their personal credit report. It will tell you everything you need to know. So let me give you an example. If somebody is trying to give you financial advice and they have student loans older than their children, they're giving you the wrong financial advice, okay? Because they have no idea what they're talking about. You go to college for 4 years, but keep your student loans for 20, but you're giving financial advice. You don't take financial advice from a person. So if they still have student loan debt, don't take financial advice from any accountant, tax person, anybody, any professional you think that is. Do not take financial advice from them.
I take it financial advisors.
Personal finance. Make sure we're talking about personal finances too. I want to make sure it's clear. Personal finances.
Yes, personal finances. I'm assuming if somebody is a financial advisor, I'm assuming that they're typically not in the business of showing their credit report to their clients. I'm assuming that's not a.
No, it's not.
So you're technically never going to know.
Yes, I will, because it's business. It's nothing personal. Hey, can I see your personal credit report? And they say no. I say thank you. I'm not going to do business with you.
So you're more so just looking for the score.
No, I'm looking to see if they have no debt. I don't care about the credit score. I want to look on the credit report Listen, okay, I'm gonna just tell you. I'm gonna just tell you straight up. Okay, when you have no debt, your credit report is blank. Only thing I'm looking for is to see if your credit report looks like mine. Blank. That's it. If it's blank, I'll do business with you. I'll believe every word you're saying because
Right,
I know
yeah.
for a fact that that person also sees negative numbers. They also see it too, like me. I have a gift, Bernard.
Theo in the building. Shout out to Theo. He said this is rather similar to how I bought my house. Just used cash, IRA. Shout out to Theo. Appreciate you coming through with the $10. Right on, right on. Appreciate you. When you do this, because I know that you got, essentially clients, basically.
Correct.
So what's normally the hurdle? Because it's one thing to say, hey, you got to clear your debt. But a lot of people, they check the check as is, which makes that debt clearing really hard. So
I'll tell you, Bernard, because right now I've been telling you the whole time, but you haven't been hearing it. Okay, I'm telling you the answer. Listen, and I'm not saying it in a mean way. Okay,
no, I got you.
I'm saying something, so I'm saying it in a way so you're aware of what I'm telling you, because I know it doesn't sound like it's a big deal. Okay, I have a gift, Bernard. I have the ability to see negative numbers. Okay, and now when you hear me say that, it doesn't sound like it's a big deal, right? It doesn't sound like it's a big deal, right? Correct?
Not really. I mean,
okay, and I'm gonna show you. If millions of people knew, if they could see negative numbers, the housing market wouldn't exist. Okay, right. And I'm gonna show you again. For those of you that don't understand, open up your calculator app, put in your mortgage payment minus your mortgage balance, and then hit equal. Now, as you're staring at the calculator, I just want you to listen to the sound of my voice. The reason why you believe you're a homeowner is because you obviously cannot see negative numbers. See what I'm saying? If they could see negative numbers, Bernard, the housing market wouldn't exist because it couldn't exist. Get it?
No, yeah, I got you.
Got it.
What do you think would you know what? Well, it's kind of obvious, but put it like this. If everybody thought the way that you thought, the price of homes would drop drastically.
No, the price of homes wouldn't exist.
No, people would have to, I assume, buy a house, but just hear me out on this one.
I'm listening. Go ahead.
The reason homes can cost so much is because people who can't afford them are financing them, so they can put it at $400,000.
Correct.
And you take out a loan for it. But if everybody just said, no, I can't afford that,
right,
then all of a sudden the only way that a house could get sold,
correct,
is if they sold it for prices that people could actually afford.
Correct. The housing market would collapse. I don't want that to happen, Bernard. I want people to continue to believe houses take 30 years to pay off. That's important. 40 years, 50 years, hell, 100 years. I don't care. I don't care how many times they refinance this, as long as they keep doing it. I don't want it to change.
Well, why not though?
Because I stay free. That means I can buy houses at any price I want. Because as long as they believe houses cost that much, that means I don't have to pay that because I buy them from slaves when they lose them.
Ah, okay, gotcha.
See what I'm saying? Just like you got a great deal on your house. 9 times out of 10 because somebody lost it.
That's essentially what I did. I
exactly
bought the house after a slave owned it.
Exactly.
And wasn't able to pay it. I guess they it foreclosed on them. That's how I was able to get a really good deal.
And you know what's so crazy, Bernard? When I hear your show sometime and you guys get on housing and equity and stuff, this is the funny thing, Bernard. They think they really like you. They think the same equity that they have in their finance house is the same equity that you have in your paid off house. They believe that, Bernard. So when they hear you talk, they think they're like you, but they're not. Not even close. Not even close, Bernard.
Theo back in the building says he's correct. I have over 600K in my 401k. 50K monthly salary. Man, he killing it. Every time I see that 50K monthly salary, it just
Theo Wolf. I know. Waff. What's his name?
waff.
Theo
Waff.
Waff.
That
Yeah,
WAF stands for
I'm a
something.
fellow virtual engineer too, Theo. So when I hear him speak, I know exactly he's telling the truth by how he's talking, because debt freedom is a language, right? And what it is, I'm just telling you, the ability to see negative numbers. I'm gonna just keep repeating this. I know people don't think it's a big deal, but I'm just telling you my gift. So when they start comparing me to like the Black Einstein and shit like that, I'm gonna tell you guys this in 2021. I'm telling you this right now. This is what they're gonna do. They're gonna start associating me like the Black Einstein or some shit like that. I'm gonna tell you guys this. They're gonna start associating my color, thinking my color has something to do with mathematics. All right. I'm telling you this right now on your show, Bernard, in 2021. So a few years from now, you're gonna be like, LJ said that shit back in 2021 on the Bernard Riley show. It's gonna blow your shit up, Bernard. You watch. Your shit's gonna go through the roof when they find out that you had me on your show in the early days. You watch.
Shout out to Theo. He goes on to say, 50K monthly salary, and I bought my house. No loans, no credit score. No, he says no loans. Credit score is around 620 because I have no debt. But why would the credit score be? Well, I guess. Well, yeah. Why would his credit score be 620 though? It seemed like it would be higher, or probably it's just stabilized at that level because he don't got no loan. He's not paying on nothing. So is that part of the reason why? But I'm a little confused about that.
I know why you're asking, but on this, I'm gonna tell you, you just gotta believe the answer, okay? Since he's not giving the bank, since he's not making the bank no money, the bank is saying, well, we're gonna penalize you for not making us money, so we're gonna make your score low. So there, for not giving us no money, that's the real reason. Okay, they want him to walk in there and say, well, if I got this 620 and it's low, let me just take out some little loan and just pay on it just to bump up my credit score. Because they offer loans, they do loans like that. They're just there to repair your credit. They want him to do that. No, listen. When Theo Wolf, if he walks into a bank and they run his credit report, right? Guess what they're going to see? They're going to see it's blank. They're going to know that he knows the same thing. I'm telling you guys, negative numbers. You walk into a bank. Listen, you guys, I know slaves don't know this. You guys don't know this. If I walked into a bank looking for a loan and they say, hey, sir, we got to run your credit. And then they run my credit and they see my credit is blank. I mean, I'm not talking about credit score. I'm talking about the contents within the credit score. Totally blank. Nothing's on there. Yeah. They're going to be like, oh, this guy knows. How do you know that? He got a blank credit report. Millions of people don't know this, Bernard, because they can't see negative numbers. All right. So they're going to treat Theo different than a person that say like is a fellow engineer making the exact same money, but he's deep in debt. They're going to treat you appropriately like a slave because you're in debt and you don't know it. That's how it works. They wouldn't insult him with something that is a horrible loan. They would not insult him like that. That would be an insult.
She says some very intelligent people actually plan debt as they will commit to paying it off and it won't hinder living. I don't know what you're talking about there.
That's slave explaining. It doesn't make any sense.
You
see, I'm telling you, Bernard, you see how you said, I'm reading that doesn't make, because it's slave explaining. That's why you can't really understand what he's saying. It doesn't make any sense. None. Zero.
trying to pull some questions out of the chat room or some comments out of the chat room. He says the credit reporting system is a scam. FICO has been under surveillance for reform, especially when dealing with Black people.
See, another thing don't make any sense. It's a business. If you don't like the way FICO does their business, stop using them. If Amazon business started sucking, right, you'd be like, okay, I'm gonna just stop using Amazon. If you don't like the way FICO does business, stop using them. It's a private business. Don't use it. You don't have to use credit. All right, credit's not a need. That's a choice.
Mm-hmm.
Slaves need it though. They don't know because they're in debt. Slaves don't know they don't own themselves. If you're in debt, Bernard, that means they don't own themselves, but they don't know that.
All right, now I don't understand where he's coming from here, and
Huh?
hopefully you can try to explain this. What do you mean
He's
by rich
talking about
people?
business. He's talking about business. I'm talking about personal debt.
Okay,
He's talking
so
about business.
gotcha.
Mhm.
Okay. I noticed that a lot too. A lot of people go in and out of talking about
Correct.
business debt versus personal debt,
Correct.
and the two get merged together.
No,
And
let me tell you, Bernard. Let me tell you, because you understand it. I can tell by the way you're talking. They don't know that they're doing that. I'm telling you this. Okay. They don't know that they're flip-flopping between business and personal. They don't know that there's a difference because they can't see negative numbers, Bernard. That's why they don't know that they're doing that. So when you have shows like, and you guys start talking about that, Bernard, I want you to pay attention to how they flip-flop back and forth without even thinking. They're just like, oh, but I did this, but I rented that, but I got this much. I want you to understand that they don't know that they're doing that.
Well, what do you think about like people who take out business credit? Do you got a problem with that? It's
No.
not in their personal name, but okay,
Correct.
you got no problem with that.
No, not business debt. No, that's different.
Okay.
Yeah, that's totally different. Totally different. But in the bigger, but you got to remember this though. The only reason why there's a difference because of taxes. That's the only difference between personal debt and business debt. Tax reasons, right? But in the bigger scheme of things, okay, unconscious slaves can't see negative numbers. So if they believe they're a homeowner with a 30-year mortgage, if they believe they're a homeowner, they're going to believe they're a business owner too with a business loan. So in the bigger scheme of things, they need to believe that they own something when they don't. Okay.
Right. Gotcha.
That's important. That's very important.
Gotcha. The link in the chat if somebody want to come up and ask specific questions or just add your thoughts and perspective on the topic here. We got LJ here. I love bringing on people who speak that language. Shout out to Pocket Watching with JT and many other brothers in this space who do speak the language of money pretty good.
Well, this is math though. I'm very different from those people.
Yeah, I know. You try to break it down. You break it down a lot simpler. You break it down.
No, the difference between me and them, I can see negative numbers. They can't. That's the difference. I can see people don't remember in grade school when we had those little charts with the 0 in the middle and negative positive ones on this side, negative one down the opposite. Remember those little number charts in school? In elementary school. Slaves have forgot about that chart, Bernard. They forgot about that. They forgot about the negative side of that chart. That's what they forgot.
Right on.
That's the answer.
We got Silent Lamont in the building. Go ahead. You got the floor. You got the mic.
Salute. What's going on, brother? I see you got your casual Friday Boca Raton button down on today.
Oh yeah, you know, doing a little something.
I'm gonna get you a gift. I'm gonna send you a seersucker.
A what?
One of them tan sport coats.
Oh yeah, I'm with it.
With the 2 buttons on. No, just quickly. I did want to just kind of disagree with one thing in that, we're forgetting about your ability to use debt as leverage and the ability to. Now, me personally, being in real estate investments, I wouldn't wait to buy cash for 30 years simply because I can parlay the home that I buy to purchase more homes and build more investments. I mean, the number one key that they always teach you is you use somebody else's money. You never use your own money if you're making money. And you use somebody else's money by investing in a market like Dallas that is going up right now. So you damn right I would buy a house right now, because I know what the market's going to do, and I know I'm going to be able to parlay that equity to either buy more homes or buy more investments. So no, I wouldn't wait right now to save up cash to buy a house. I get my ass in the market right now because I know what that parlay is going to happen. So, I would have to disagree with my brother about waiting,
okay,
saving
and
up.
I'm not even going to answer it. Bernard, did you hear what he said? Did you see him? Did you hear him?
I heard him.
Did you hear him? What was he doing?
Go ahead.
What was he doing? He was flip-flopping. He's talking about business, 30 years homeowner. He was going back and forth. He don't know that he's flip-flopping. He don't know he's doing that.
Don't do that. Don't do that, bro.
No, I'm telling you what you just told me. I'm telling you what you just told me. I'm not making up anything. I'm telling you what you just told me.
You're doing the thing where I know. Listen, I know you got your thing that you know.
What
you got
thing?
Your thing.
What thing are you talking about?
Not a flip flop. Don't do that.
You're talking about business. I'm talking about personal debt. You're talking about business.
I'm talking about personal too.
No, you're not. No, you're not. No,
this is why I use the word parlay into. If you were
the reason why you can't. Let me tell you something. Okay, listen for a second. I just want to make sure you clarify something. Okay.
No, I said what I need to say.
Do you trust the calculator? Do you trust the calculator, Silent Lamont?
You got it, bro.
Silent Lamont, do you trust the? Oh. You see what I do? You see what I do? That's why I'm gonna be the biggest motherfucker ever. You guys don't even know. You have no idea. My book is gonna be the #1 seller forever. I want you guys to clearly understand that.
I didn't know you was writing a book.
Hell yeah, I'm writing a book. You better believe it's gonna be the bestseller until the day I die.
That's what's up. I didn't know you were writing.
I just started though. I'm not deep into it yet.
Okay, so I ain't gonna hold you.
I just discovered my gift, the ability to see negative numbers. I just discovered my gift. So
I know your book might be real short though, because you explain stuff so fast and to the point. I mean,
I'm gonna tell you guys my story.
20 pages.
Well, no, I'm gonna put in my whole story to where I got to this point to be the ability to see at negative numbers. The ability to see negative numbers is the obvious answer for the economies. All capitalist economies, all of them, every single one of them.
Shout out to Snuggles with the super chat. She says, "Why every time you all have financial conversations, there are less people in the chat when everyone suffers with finances in real life?" I disagree with that to some degree. Last time me and LJ was in here, I think we had like 300 something people in here. Me and Pocket Watching with JT had 300 to 400 people in here. So but the numbers, they fluctuate, they jump up and down. It kind of depends on a number of different factors.
That's important too, Bernard. That a lot of people don't get it and leave. That's important too. I know it sounds weird, but it's important. What I'm telling you, Bernard, that's important. That's important.
Yeah. I know. Well, I can't remember what it was. It was some real estate investing thing. This was a long. I barely can remember because it was. Man, it's going on. It was closing in on 20 years ago. I was pretty young. I was about 20. I mean, I'm 39 now, so I was, okay. I was in my early 20s, and me and my wife at the time, we might not even been married. It might have been that long ago. It might have been a clean 20 years ago. We went to some event where they were teaching. I forgot exactly what they were teaching. It was real estate related. I can't remember specifically what was going on in there. Mm-hmm. However, what got interesting is that they did an intermission, and after the intermission, like half the audience left, and she said, "Okay, I expected that." Right? They did the intermissions and walk around, go and use the bathroom, eat some of the little hors d'oeuvres we got over there. But she did mention it was important that
correct.
I think she described it that the negative energy had to get out of the room. The people that just not with it, they're not going to get it.
And yeah, that's important. Those are usually slaves.
Yeah, that was why she said, or he said, it was a group of them. That's why they said they do a break at the 30-minute mark. Let's just clear the room with the people that ain't.
Well, I mean, what it really is this. It really is this. Do you trust your calculator or not? If you don't trust your calculator, you're a slave. Period. That's it. Period.
All right. And before we go to Theo, okay, we got to deal with this. NC Evolved 88 says, LJ, you're wrong for making the caller.
Slaves run, man. They're just running from the truth. That's it. They're not really running from me. They're running from the calculator. It's not me, you guys. It's not me. I promise you, it's not me. They just don't like what the calculator's telling them. That's it.
Shout out to Silent Lamont. You had to call my boy a runaway slave. Shout out to Silent. Tank Johnson in the building says, salute Bernard. Shout out to Tank Johnson. Appreciate you coming through. All right, we got Theo in the building. Go ahead, Theo. You got the floor. You got the mic.
I'm gonna speak this on this real quickly. So what he's talking about, I developed this idea when I was homeless, and basically I stated I had to understand what my expenses were, and what he is saying basically the negative numbers. What are my negatives every month? And that negative is created, and then I have to overcome it every month to get to the next month, but it's always another negative. So once I started thinking of it in terms in that way, because that would determine whether or not I could be flexible and move from one place to another for my career, I decided not to even engage in negative numbers, keep my slate clean, and only concentrate on increasing my cash flow. Then, if I needed to actually take out a loan, I would only do it a limited amount and an amount that I could pay off within 6 to 10 months maximum. And I could do that with my advanced cash flow. So that's actually what I did. When I bought this house, it was last year. It was a guy who had to do a fire sale because the coronavirus. He had like 4 or 5 mortgage payments behind. The bank gave me $75,000 off because they didn't know how the market was going to go. So I said, fine. They knew they had my IRA, well, they had access to my IRA, and they knew my cash flow because most of my direct deposits were in there. So they just looked at it. They looked at my credit score, and it was like 620, like 600, somewhere around there. They're like, we don't even look at that. And then I paid like 80% of the mortgage fee outright. Then the market returned. I got that $75,000 back, and the house appreciated $150,000. And then I paid the $80,000 off within like I think 8 months. And so I'm sitting there. Yeah, I'm sitting back. I'm like, I don't have to worry about it. So what people usually do is they're trying to manage the debt load, but that depends on other people paying. And that's as far as I was concerned, that was too undependable. You could do that as a long-term strategy or an investment, but that's like a stock. So just put that over the side, not your main. So when it comes to your main your main income, you want to skyrocket it as fast, as high as you can, and use no debt. None. I don't even have a credit card. I'm like, why? All I have to do is wait another day or another 3 or 4 days on another $10,000 in my bank account. I don't need to worry. And lastly, before I go, I have to go to a meeting real quick. I'm about to buy a McLaren, and it's $250,000. And
You about
I'm
to
going
buy
to go
what?
put $50,000 McLaren. It's a
McLaren?
car.
Yeah, I'm not a car person. I thought it was a car, but I'm not a car person, so I was just making sure.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's like it's $250,000. I want to buy it just because. Hey, why not? So all I have to do is it's gonna take 6 months to get to me. I'm gonna put $50,000 down, and then I'm gonna get it to $150,000 by the time I receive it. That means I only have to take out $100,000 in terms of a loan, and I can pay that off within 6 months with my cash flow. So see how that works,
right.
and then they don't charge me any interest because I'm going to give me a 2 or 3 year interest-free loan. So that's how I look at it. I'm like, okay, I can be a little flamboyant when I'm 49.
LJ was with you, but he started shaking his head when you said something about taking out a loan.
He
But
lost
go
me.
ahead,
He lost me.
LJ.
He lost me. He lost me the moment he cracked his lips to talking about financing a depreciating object. That's where he lost me. I don't care what you think. I don't care what you think you're getting. As soon as this is what you're really saying. Okay, when you say I'm gonna take out a small loan, I don't have enough money to buy it in cash. That's what you're saying. If you just accept that and walk away, and if you would have came back and said I bought it in cash, I would believe. But as soon as you start talking about loans for a depreciating object, hey, whatever you believe in the terms of those loans, you ain't gonna be paying this or whatever. Hey, man, do your thing. Hey, believe whatever the bank tells you. Whatever. What the bank tell? What kind of loan did the bank tell you they're gonna give you? Tell me what they told you.
I'm gonna go through the dealer, and it's
okay.
Gonna be.
Tell me whoever told you what. It doesn't matter who it is, but what did they tell you?
They said they would give it to me a 2-year loan, no interest.
Okay. Absolutely free. That's what they told you. So no interest. They're telling you they're going to do all this work for absolutely free. Do you really believe that, Whale? Do you really believe? Would you do some work for free, Whale? Would you do that?
Well, they
absolutely
gave
free.
Up. And
No, I'm asking you a question.
Offering.
I'm asking you a question. Would you do some work for absolutely free?
Well, the answer is obviously no. He wouldn't do the work.
Exactly. That's so. Stop thinking it's free, Whale.
So
stop
there's
thinking
no answer you're going to give him that he's going to accept. To be honest with you, just pay cash.
No, math doesn't accept it. Not me. Math.
No worries. We got you. But
okay, good.
but
No,
Stop
math.
saying it's me. It's nothing to do with me.
Gotcha.
Math.
I get you.
Okay.
Before I stop,
Now, can I speak now?
my point is, I know it's flamboyant.
You got next,
That's my
Silent.
point. I know this is a flamboyant thing I'm doing, but I'm doing it only within a certain context. If I have to pay interest on the payment, I'll stop. Anyway, I'll come back in a half hour. I got a meeting.
Oh, stop saying this stuff out
See you
loud,
guys.
man. God.
I know. I
Okay.
mean, listen. I know on
All right.
YouTube,
All
I
right.
mean, I know we all do pretty well, but I know on YouTube we're all millionaires, and the old country's all millionaires, where
What are you
everyone
talking
can just-
about, man? Come on, get to the
Let me-
point.
let
What are
me-
you talking
let
about?
me- Let me finish, my brother.
All right, go ahead.
I know we all have reinvented the wheel, but the truth is, well, first of all, what I'm gonna say is I'm gonna just clarify. I didn't come up here to argue about nothing else, but to clarify.
Respect.
What I was saying earlier is it doesn't matter if I was talking about business or not. The point was, while you're waiting to save money, I am able to make several business moves, personal moves, using real estate to leverage. So if you take 20 years to save up money to buy one, what are you laughing at? This is are we grown ass men or what?
You keep telling me how long it takes you to save up money. It don't take me that long to save up. It don't take me that long to save up that money.
Just calm down a second.
I
I'm a
am
grown ass
calm.
man, brother. I'm listening to you. We're just having a conversation. I know you got
keep
all the
telling me-
answers.
Listen, man.
Allow me to
Listen.
finish, my brother.
Man, just listen, man. Just listen.
Listen,
You keep
brother.
telling me
I
how
only
Hold on,
long.
wait, hold on. In fairness,
God damn it,
let's
Okay,
let
go ahead.
Silent. Let's
I'm
hold
sorry.
on, wait, Silent. I got you.
I'm
I got
sorry.
you, Silent. Okay,
I'm
we're gonna let Silent
I'm sorry.
flesh his point all the way out before you give you a formal response to it. So go ahead, Silent. Take your time. You got it.
All right. Whew. All right. So what I'm saying is, if your example, all right, I don't know how many years you said, but essentially the concept is just wait and save your money to buy them shoes. Got it. All right. Now to buy a house, what a house here in Texas, $200,000-$300,000. It's probably going to take most people 15, 20 years. Just using that as a number, right? Just to get a base. In that same 20 years, I can buy 10, 20 houses. In that same time, you're saving up money to buy one house. And with those 20 houses, I'm able to make many major moves within that 20 years. You're still saving your money, not doing shit to buy that house. So once you finally get to buy that one house, I've been able to build multiple businesses. I've been able to increase my own wealth personally and my business. So yes, I'm talking about personally and business, but the whole point of it is I'm not waiting for 20 years to buy a house. I'm actually making moves using homes that I'm buying using credit as leverage. So at the end of 20 years, I'm going to be richer than you and have other homes. At the end of 20 years, you're going to have one house. I understand how to leverage the debt. There is never really a one-size-fits-all answer. Smart people understand how to just like going to the casino. I can make money by betting that the other rollers are going to lose, by playing the don't pass line. It's all about leveraging the losses of the other players versus leveraging that they're going to win. The same way you can make money off of other people losing their homes. That's the reason why there was the greatest wealth transfer when the mortgage market fucking folded, because they were able to invest against the market. They were able to bet against the people. So there's more than one way to skin a cat if you understand how to do it. Now, I'm not saying your way is wrong, but what I'm telling you is the advice that I'm giving these young men is they can use that debt to buy homes and leverage that to then build other things. That is 100. That was the point. It wasn't about personal or business. That was the point. That's what I wanted to say. And then I'll let y'all have it.
All right. LJ, you got anything?
I mean, okay, this is what I hear. This is what I heard. It takes him 20 years to buy a house. He doesn't want to wait that long to buy a house. It don't take me 20 years to buy a house. He can only be talking about.
Hold on, wait, Silent. I'll let you go.
I know. I was just quiet.
I'll let you go and interrupt it. Let him fire it off.
So he's just gonna start off bastardizing what I said to make his point. Got it. So what I heard was, you want to kill all babies. That's what I heard.
Come on, man. Come on. All right,
okay,
go ahead,
I'm going to ride it out from there. I want to kill all babies. Go ahead.
You notice how slaves always try to bring up stuff that ain't got nothing to do with nothing?
Hey, don't do that,
They,
bro. Don't call me
they
a
always
fucking
do
slave,
that.
dude.
They
Don't do
always
that.
Can you
Hey,
mute him? Can
don't
you
do that.
mute him? He can't
I
contain
ain't gonna take
himself.
that.
He
Don't
can't
do
contain
that.
himself. Please
No,
mute
no,
him.
no, 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 no.
Silent,
Don't call me a
silent.
fucking slave.
Please
dude.
mute him.
Silent,
No.
silent,
You ain't
silent,
gonna do that.
silent.
Please
Silent.
mute him.
All right, silent, silent. Come on, man. All right.
He's got to live by his name. He ain't doing it.
Fucking commie. Call me a
See?
fucking
Come
slave.
on, silent. Come
Look
on,
at
man.
him. Calm down, slave. Calm down. Calm
Come on,
down.
man.
Beat your old ass.
Stop. I'm
All right.
old and too.
All
Calm
right,
down,
all
slave.
right, all right, all right.
Man, they
So-
get hot, Bernard.
Right. So overall, just what's your response to what he was saying? I
Okay.
mean, this kind of came up before when people was talking about using the modern financial tools to try to leverage this or leverage that or whatever. Like, just so, because what's your response to what he said?
And I'm saying this to you, Bernard, because I can tell that you're getting it. Okay. Notice how he kept saying, I'm not going to wait 20 years to buy a house. I'm 30 years to buy a house. You notice how he kept saying that? Because that's how he believes it takes that long to buy a house. And it doesn't. That's not true. I'm not waiting that many years to buy a house. I could buy a house tomorrow. If I want to, I'll buy a house. Okay, that's it. People don't have to wait 20 years to buy a house. But again, in the bigger scheme of things, Bernard, people like that must believe that it does. They must believe that they're getting ahead by borrowing more money. While they're going deeper in debt, they think they're getting ahead at the same time. That's 100% mathematically impossible against every single law in the universe. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It doesn't exist. The only reason why I can see it because I can see negative numbers. That's why he's getting angry, because he don't know what he's talking about. He's mad, and he's not mad at me, Bernard. He's mad at the calculator. It's not me.
All right. Silent, I had to drop. Well, I mean, I was gonna bring you back up in a little bit. I mean, maybe you can come back up if you want to. You know, I can't bring somebody on as my guest and then have you cuss them out and threaten them. Threatening them. So I can't do that. I can't do that. But you definitely can come back. Come back if you want to just have a passionate discussion on the points. But I understand the word. Look, that word slave. I know that's part of the gimmick, or not gimmick, but shtick, I should say.
No, it's not. I
know.
I didn't come up with that. Bernard, but I didn't come up with that. I found it in the Bible. It's in the Bible, Proverbs 22:7. That's why I read it. God said it. I didn't say it.
Fair enough. But I don't get triggered easily. I don't get. I almost
because you're not a slave,
triggered by nothing.
Because you're not a slave. That's why it doesn't trigger. You're not a slave.
But black people, given our history, they don't like. They can't even metaphorically speak like that. Even though you said it literally came from the Bible, but
then how come they're not mad at the Bible, Bernard? How come they're not mad at the Bible? Why? Why is that? How come they don't open the Bible and get pissed? Oh man, I see the word slave. Why don't they get pissed? That doesn't make sense. They're not mad at the Bible. Why?
Hey, Big Mag the Fisher, you got to mute your background. You got to mute your background. I think you had YouTube on in the background. All right, Top Shelf C, LJ versus Theo. This should be good. Salute Bernard, LJ, and Theo. Yeah, LJ had to. I mean, not LJ, but Theo had to run. Hopefully he come back, because Theo was definitely on point. It did raise the eyebrow a little bit that it sounded like he was taking out a loan, but he said it's a no interest loan, and it sounded like he's for the first time. Because I don't think he makes a lot of extravagant purchases. So I think with all the money he been grinding, making all that money, making $50K a month, I think he finally about to splurge a little bit on that $250,000 car. But it's interesting. Should he don't got the cash to just drop on the table. So I know you would say, hey, if that's what you want, if you're making $50K a month, okay, just grind for another year, then pinch off whatever you got to pinch off and go ahead and pay for it if you're going to pay for it. But it sounds like he's doing a loan, but he said 0%. I do want him to come back and clarify that just so we can get.
What do you need clarification on, Bernard? What did he say that's not clear?
He said that if he's taking out a loan, when you make that much money, I don't know why you want to take out a loan or why you want to pay any interest. That was my first thought. But he said he's doing it in some way where there's 0% interest. So, you know.
Well, you think about what you're saying.
It's technically the same, if you're not paying any interest. But
no, listen what you're saying, Bernard. Why would the bank waste all that time writing up all that paperwork to do it for free? Why would they do that?
Yeah, that's hard to explain.
Why? I mean, answer. Why would they take the time out of their whole day in business to get all this paperwork up, ready for this loan, and say, guess what? And we're going to do it to you. We're going to do it for you for free. Does that make sense? That doesn't make any sense because it's not true.
That's why I want him to come back and try to make it make sense. I know you already take the position he can't make that make sense. I want him to come back and explain that one. I want him to come back and slave explain it. How about that?
I hope he doesn't. I hope he doesn't try to slave explain it. I really don't. I hope he doesn't.
Yeah.
Do that.
Shout out to Top Shelf C in the building. Oh, no, I already read that one. My bad. Yeah, my bad. I'm tripping. Big Mag the Fisher. Shout out to you. Thanks you for coming on board. Go ahead. What you got?
How's it going? I do have a question, and it definitely pertains to my situation. Early on in life, I worked for MetLife, so I had enough information to be dangerous about investing and saving and things of that nature. I do know that one of the quickest way individuals can amass wealth is through investing, 401k, and things of that nature. Suffice it to say, I'm in my late 50s. I'm a year away from retirement. Now, in my head, I am thinking of purchasing the house outright. The reason is that I'm in a fortunate situation that I will retire with a pension. So what do you think about if I were to buy a house in full and have some money left over? I don't want to get into, but I will have some money left over. Do you think it is a good move? Because right now, after my divorce, I have worked myself into being debt-free. I have 2 cards that I keep below 10%. Funny thing is, my credit is
your cards. How many cards you got?
2 cards, and I keep them below 10%. And my
when I mean saying you making payments on both of them.
2 credit cards, yeah, but I keep a small balance, like around.
No, so I said cars. You said cards or cars?
No, my vehicle is paid for.
Oh, okay. So you're talking about credit cards. Okay,
yeah,
I thought
I
you
have
said
2
cars.
cards. I was thinking to build the credit up, keep myself in the position to purchase the house. But the more I think about it, the more I'm reluctant to finance a house in today's markets. But during this, the run up in the areas I was looking, I mean, we had increases of 25-30%. So I do want to go into my retirement and remain debt free. Do you think it would be a good, say, for instance, for whatever the price of the house is going to be, if I'm going to exhaust 3/4 of my savings to purchase the house, going in with a pension, having a pension for the rest of my life, I'm not even a Social Security age. Do you think that would be a great or a strategic type of move?
Okay, that's what I'm gonna tell you this, and I'm only telling you this information because you're debt free. All right. And I'm only saying it to you because you're going to understand what I'm saying. And the reason why, and I'm telling you this, why this move I'm going to tell you is because I can see negative numbers. People in debt can't. Okay. This is why I'm telling you this. When you buy a house in cash, number one, you won't have to pay the full price that everybody else pays because you have cash. You're about to do something millions of people cannot. Okay. And when you buy this house in cash, which is the smart move, because guess what? When you buy this house in cash, guess what your residual monthly payments will be for the rest of your life?
The taxes.
No mortgage for the rest of your life.
Right.
That's your payment. While millions of people will die with payments, you will not have any.
Even
with the rest of your life.
And and what drove this decision is that my father died in 1999, and my mother, she had 401k, she had some money inside, she had a pension and Social Security. When she got sick, they took everything. They took everything, and the only thing that was held back was really the residence. So I'm thinking, as I get older, I'm looking like 20 years into the future, my 70s or whatever have you. If I were to get sick, I have a 5-year-old son also. And but with his
Well,
mom,
so tell you what, start taking care of yourself right now. You don't have to worry about
oh
getting
yeah,
sick.
oh yeah, definitely.
Start right now. So
Listen,
now I'm just removing these. This is what fear is. Okay, I'm gonna tell you this. All right?
Mhm.
False evidence appearing real. Okay,
Hmm.
that's just made up shit. When you think like, man, what if this happens in the future? Don't worry about that. Take care of yourself right now. You won't have to worry about getting sick. I want to remove all the roadblocks. I want to help you do the move that you're about to do right now. A paid off house is the move. Do it.
Yeah.
Don't
yeah,
worry about anything else. Go buy
Yeah.
your house, because cash is the only way you can buy a house. There is no other way to buy a house. That's number one. There is no other way to buy a house. So do it. Bernard has a house in cash. You guys will be the only two out of probably the whole manosphere that will have paid off houses.
Well, your boy Ramil got stuff.
No,
paid
I'm just
off.
joking. I'm exaggerating.
Yeah.
I'm
It's
exaggerating.
a lot of-
But you know what I mean. It's gonna be a
I know.
small number. Let's just
Small
say a
number,
small
yeah.
number.
It's,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah,
Because that is, thank
it's
goodness.
quite a few. It's
I
quite
am
a
in
few
position.
who's doing it.
Yeah, quite a few. That's and I'm getting it from other people.
Do it.
Who are reaching this
People with
line.
paid off houses. People with
Oh,
paid
yeah,
off houses.
yeah.
That's who
Listen,
you listen to. That's who
is
you
it-
listen to. That's who you
Exactly.
listen to.
There was a thing. Well, people in my age group who are, these civil servants and working these type of careers where they walk away with the benefit. A lot of school teachers and things.
Hey man, don't even just check this out. Don't even worry about all that. As soon as you hear they got a paid off house, that's who you need to listen to. Period.
And that's what
Period.
that's what I'm getting at. The retirement
Yeah.
goal, get the house where you're gonna live, where you're gonna plant, pay that off
Yep.
first, and then get your house. You don't have to worry about a mortgage. You're still in positive cash flow.
Correct.
You're
Correct.
still in the accumulation phase. And this is another thing people that I've seen do this have shown me. You stay in positive income. If you get it to say, you have a income or whatever it is, Social Security, pension, whatever it is. If you don't have, you minimize those expenses, you're still in accumulation. And this is the thing that has been appealing to me.
How long you been debt free?
This has been, what is this? This is August. This is since December 2020.
Oh, so recently.
Yeah, about
Okay.
9 months.
Yeah, just don't be in a rush to what you need to do, man. Don't be in a rush to do anything. I want you to relax a little bit. Just relax a little bit. Start soaking in what it feels like to be debt free. Okay, let it set in. Things will start to come to you. What move you should do, who you should talk to, but let it sink in a little bit, man.
Yeah,
Let's sink in.
definitely a good feeling. Open my eyes.
It is.
Next
I
move.
want you to recognize that feeling, man. Millions, that feeling you're feeling right now, man. Millions don't know that feeling exists. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to recognize that. They don't know debt free exists. So that feeling that you're feeling, make sure you acknowledge it. Okay.
Yeah,
Acknowledge
definitely. I was a little caught up in because now after the divorce, I'm in a renting situation. But
Don't worry about that. Don't worry
Yeah,
about don't
I'm
don't worry about that. Don't worry
man,
about
I
that.
already processed that.
Okay,
I have a
good,
year to
good.
retire. I have a year of looking forward and making the next move, doing what I
Yeah.
need to do to remain in this beneficial position. That's what it is.
Good job, man. Great
Yeah,
job.
Yeah.
Thanks again for the call up. I'm going
Great
to
job.
yours. I'm gonna sit back and listen to the show on the speaker.
Congratulations again, man. I mean that because I know a lot of people you tell that you're debt free, they don't know what that means. I'm telling you, congratulations.
Thank you.
Mhm. Mhm.
All right, good stuff. All right, we got. Well, before we go to Brother Xavier, we got Gabriel Reyes in here. Reyes, I don't know how to spell it.
He's being funny. Gabriel's being funny.
Yeah. Oh no. Yeah. No. LJ wrong. He's simping for cash and not Bitcoin. Better try to get you some of that fake money, LJ. You better go. You better try to get it. But what did you say? Fear, false evidence appearing real.
Correct.
What if it's an actual grizzly bear in front of you, though?
That's different.
I'm just playing.
I'm talking about the fears that people
I know.
can't see that they're scared of.
I got you. We going to my main man, Brother Xavier, in the building. Shout out to almost forgot. Shout out to brother.
Only from TPOT Media. Open your minds.
We got to get LJ a cool one like that, where he calling people slaves with a nice little with graphics and a nice little. but Brother Xavier in the building. Go ahead. You got the floor. You got the mic.
Peace, brother Bernard. Peace, brother LJ. Man,
I don't think I'm ever going to get tired of that opening. But I came in kind of late, and I wanted to ask the brother, because it's been brought to my attention recently, some tax lien investments, multiple. So what I want to ask the brother, is that a viable strategy? Because we haven't invested in any of it as of yet. Is that viable over the course of time? You know, buying tax liens, is that a viable strategy in today's market?
You're talking about business, so I don't really talk about business finances, right?
Okay.
When people do, a lot of people ask me questions about that, right? They always say, "Hey, man, should I buy a tax lien?" The first thing I ask is if they're in debt. I say, when somebody asks me to buy, let's just say real estate in general, right? The first question I'm going to ask them is, do they have student loan debt? If they do, I'm going to tell them no, because you can't buy real estate while you have your student loan debt. You can't do that. That's impossible.
Okay. No, I don't have any of that. I mean, we don't have no car notes or none of that shit. All the vehicles.
So you're not in personal debt? You're not in personal debt?
No.
Zero. Okay. So this is what I suggest. And I'm only telling you this because you're not in debt. All right. So most definitely get tax liens. Don't look at the sale prices of houses because they have nothing to do with you because you have money. That's what, when you see sticker prices on houses, those are for slaves that are financing houses. Right? That has nothing to do with you. You got cash, right? Okay. So the only thing you look for is people that can't afford the homes that they're in. Now, I strongly suggest this, okay? I strongly suggest you wait, okay, before you go do that, because wait till the student loan debts, wait till 2022 when they have to start repaying student loan debt. Then they're not going to be able to afford the houses that they're buying right now. And then when they get kicked out, you come in with cash and buy it at the quarter of the price. That's what you do. Just wait. Just wait till they're doing what they're doing.
Okay. So just sit on that.
Just sit on. Wait till student loan debt. Wait till student loan payments kick back in January. Then they can't afford shit anymore. And then they won't be able to pay their mortgages. And then you wait till the foreclosures happen. And then you swoop in and get the tax liens and reclose, whatever, you know, all the carnage. You'll probably get two houses for the price of one.
Okay.
He called it carnage. You know what? It's funny that you say two houses for the price of one. When I bought this house, my game plan was to try to buy two houses, because I was looking at two houses that was in similar shape, where it was, as you would say, a slave owned it, it foreclosed, they was basically giving them away. So I was in a position where I almost could have got two houses, but I was.
Oh, don't worry about it, Bernard. You have another chance. Just see what you did now. You saw it this time. When it comes again, and it's gonna come, then you'll do that move. Do that move you did again. Do it again.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's I don't no financial advisor here, but yeah, like,
you don't need one, sir. You don't need one.
I know, but I'm just simply saying, as when I give advice, I always I hesitate to give advice because I don't be wanting to give people a bad advice. But yeah, you can't go wrong finding certain areas where the property value is already low. It's already low right now. And then when something happened to the market and people start losing their houses, that already low market where his houses, I think even Ramil said, I don't know if that was you. He was talking to somebody where they was showing something for 130,000, or Ramil was looking at it like, hell, I can get that. I forgot where he said he can get it from, somewhere in Atlanta. He was like, man, I can find that for,
because Ramil's debt free too. Ramil's debt free and he owns his house. That's why he can see that stuff Ramil see. The majority of people can't see it because they can't see negative numbers. So
so it's already places where a house or a property that would typically be 130,000 is places where they got something that look exactly like that for 40,000, and then the market crash, then somebody foreclose on it. You're liable to swoop it up for $15,000, man.
Well, should you be eyeballing properties that are located, inside the quote unquote opportunity zones, or no?
I don't know. It counts on the money you have. If you put it this way, whatever you can afford to buy in cash, that's the area you should be looking. Don't worry about what area, opportunity zones, or all that other stuff. Just say, do I got the money to buy wherever that I'm thinking? Yeah, okay, that's what I'm gonna buy. But if you ain't got the money, because cash is the only way to buy anything. If you don't got the money and the place you want is an opportunity zone and you don't have enough money to buy it, don't worry about whatever is over there because it ain't none of your business. See what I'm saying? But you'll eventually get up there as long as you never forget that, you will eventually be able to buy wherever you want to buy.
Yeah, well, this stuff would be for, like investment properties anyway, not to live in or nothing like that.
Oh yeah,
but-
no, I know exactly what you're saying. I can clearly hear you talking about business, so I clearly understand what you mean.
Okay. I just wanted to ask that quick question. I got in late, so I didn't get to hear the whole stream. So
Yeah, man, and I have no problem telling you because you're debt free. If you wasn't debt free, I wouldn't have told you anything.
yeah, I got
Xavier, with your
a few years
business,
ago.
did you leverage credit and all of that with getting your business going, or did you do that?
Well, the business is leased. The building is leased.
Right.
That's
not
it's leased.
that,
It's the lease.
that wouldn't qualify as debt.
No. No,
Okay.
absolutely not. And all my stuff I own. I don't finance any of my equipment or my vehicles or none of that. I own all my shit outright.
Correct.
Okay.
I can hear it the way you're saying it too. I can hear
I own
exactly
all
what
my
you're saying.
shit outright. The only
Exactly.
thing I don't own is the building. Everything
Correct.
else in it is mine.
I think
So-
Congratulations, by the
think
way.
that's-
Congratulations, by the way.
I think
Thank
that's
you.
really
Thank
the
you.
best way to go. A lot of people, when they start a business and they mess around and buy the building and the business don't work. Okay, well, we got LG on here. When they mess around and finance the building
Mhm.
and the business don't work, and now they sitting there with $200,000 worth of debt for a business for a building that's not generating them nothing.
Yeah.
That's why I say it's always pretty much every business I've done, I've rented. Even got lucky and had a month to month rent. But yeah, you rent the location, but you own the stuff within it. And then something
Exactly.
happened. If you got to move, then okay, then you just got to drop first month's rent and security deposit on another location, and then bring all your stuff over there. So that's really
Yeah.
the best.
If I
That's the best way
wanted
to
to,
go.
I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't mind like owning it, but like the brother is saying, if I'm going to have that, I want to own it outright. I don't want to be financing
Yeah,
the building that I'm in, because that's just like another big ass mortgage that I'm paying, on top of all my other costs.
That's business debt. Don't try not to look. Try not to, because I could. The way you said financing about the business building, right? That's the feeling of how you feel with personal debt. Okay, because I know what you mean. Personally, I don't want no debt, right? But business is different. Business debt is different. That's totally different. And by you going into the business debt free, you're not going to be thinking the way. So if you have to finance a building, or hell, just rent a building, it doesn't really matter. But you're already going to believe in before you even get the building, you're going to believe in whatever you're selling. That's it. Because it doesn't matter what building you're in if you don't believe in what you're selling. So it doesn't matter what you get. But by the time you say, man, I need a big ass building, but that means you believe then whatever you're selling's working. So you automatically know it's going to pay for that, right? Before you even get it, you already know it's going to pay for it. So it's okay to finance a building because remember, you're not paying for the building. Your clients are paying for the building, not you. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When you work in a job, you working hour for hour. That's different. Slaves don't own the time in their life. When you come and own yourself, by getting out of debt, you now own yourself. That's number one. You cannot own anything outside yourself if you don't own yourself first. So now when you come and open a business, a successful business, they're going to pay your building off. They're going to pay your taxes every year. You don't pay that stuff directly, ever again.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
That's
They pay for it all.
That's how it is now, with the lease. It gets factored in. Of course, that cost gets factored in, but it's not really. I don't look at it as a debt because
And see how you're saying that to me?
I don't look at it as a debt.
The majority of people in business like you, they don't know what you're telling me right now. They don't look at it the way you're telling me. They don't know that. I'm just telling you this. They don't know what you just told me.
Okay.
They don't know that because they can't see negative numbers. So by the time you get a building or whatever you're going to do, you already know, you already have a plan of when this building is, whatever the cost is. I guarantee you're going to have a date and a year of when that building is going to be paid off. Guaranteed. hands down, guaranteed.
Yeah, probably because you know
I'm
a booker and a planner, so you know I usually think at least 6 months ahead. At least.
Oh, you'll stop that and you'll start going 10 years ahead. I don't think 5, little quick 5. You know, you go 10, you go 50.
Yeah.
I'm all the way to where I'm dead. That's where I'm at.
Till I'm dead. But see me. I wanna eventually stop doing this. I mean, because I'm not a young man, you know, and I want to try to retire. I'm 52. I'm 52.
Oh, man, stop saying that, man. You know, this is the time right here. I'm 51. No, this is the time, baby.
Well, I want to retire, man, in like another 5 to 6 years.
Then do it. What are you waiting on?
I want to pass this business off to, you know, maybe my grandson or something like that.
Okay, then do it.
You know,
okay, then what are you waiting on?
I don't want to do this forever.
Okay, then do it. What are you waiting on? Why are you talking to me? Stop wasting time with me, man.
I'm talking to you because you're the financial the expert, man. You're the savings minus debt guy.
This is what you're not realizing, okay? Because I could tell by you, like, hey, man, I want to retire. I need you to recognize by being debt free what you've accomplished. That hasn't sunk in because I could just tell by the way you've done something that millions of people don't know exists. They don't know debt free exists, man. So you need to let that sink in. I want you to just walk around, ask your family and friends, say, hey, man, are you debt free? None of them's going to say yes. None of them. Okay. And then I want you to let it sink in what that means. And then you'll know exactly what business to do. Like this business right here, I'm going to just tell you because you understand. I will be the #1 bookseller until I'm dead. There will be no better financial book than me. They will compare me as a Black Einstein or something. You know why they're going to do that? Because they're going to make it about color. It has nothing to do with color, just math. I just trust the calculator. That's it. Anytime something money comes up, I say, I believe the calculator. That's it.
Yeah. Math is undefeated.
That's you, man.
You know, that's one thing I've discovered, man. The numbers are undefeated, boy. The numbers are the numbers. Undeniable. No matter how you look at them, they undefeated. Correct. They're undeniable. Correct. Yeah, I get
Congratulations.
it. I get it.
Congratulations, man. Congratulations.
Man. I just wanted to come up here and ask a few questions. Appreciate you having me on, Brother Bernard. As always, Brother LJ, man. Thanks for the advice, my brother.
X, you go live Thursday and Friday, correct? Or no?
Wednesday and Thursday.
Okay, Wednesday and Thursday. I thought it was Thursday. Okay,
Wednesday and Thursday. We'll throw a Saturday in there every now and then if brothers want to square off.
What's your YouTube? What's your YouTube?
The Prophet of Thought series.
The Prophet of Thought series. Okay, I'm gonna subscribe to you, man. I
appreciate it, man. Come on.
Now that I know you're debt free, I'm gonna really be listening to you. Because you're debt free. So you're gonna talk different. There's not many debt free people, man. That's why I don't be going to people's channels because if they're in debt, I don't really want to listen to them, right? But now that I know you're debt free, I'm gonna go listen to see where your journey's going.
It took me a while to get there. That's only recent within like the last 4 years or so.
That's it. That's important. Right. Me too. I didn't wake up till like 43, something like that.
Yeah, man. Up until then,
but it's not late. Don't put that in your head. It's not late. That's. Don't worry about that part. Don't worry, because you're gonna be like, damn, man, I known this in my 20s. And hey, don't worry about all that shit. Don't worry about all.
Yeah, that. I say that. Like, damn, I wish I'd have knew this 20 years ago. I wish I had knew this, 15 years ago. But
just recognize this, man. You and I know something that millions of people don't know. And I'm going to tell you the answer. This is the answer. They can't see negative numbers. My gift is this, man. I can see negative numbers. That's my gift. I'm telling you, it'll sink in. I'm just telling you right now. You might not even understand what I mean right now. But later on down the line, you'll be like, oh, that's what he meant back in 2021.
All right.
Yeah. Good stuff.
Appreciate it, Brother Bernard. What's good, Brother Theo? Peace, brothers. See y'all on the other side, man.
Peace. Sun is Hot Rod in the building says, hey, Bernard and LJ, regarding crypto, I've noticed that only Black people are heavily invested in crypto. I don't know where you got that from.
It's a color thing. They always do that.
Yeah, I don't know where you got that from.
Anybody asking you to invest in cryptocurrency, the first question you should ask them, do you have student loan debt? If they say yes, that's why they're investing in cryptocurrency. That's why they're investing in something that doesn't exist. Because they have no money. You can't invest in cryptocurrency when you have student loan debt. That's 100% impossible.
All right. He says, whereas other groups, not so much. I don't think that's true, but he says, Is it because we're easily led by the hype around it? I don't know why you think other people aren't into it. I mean, just type in cryptocurrency, type in Bitcoin on YouTube, and just scroll down, and you'll see that most of the people talking about it are white. So white people are invested in it.
You know what's so funny, Bernard? Cryptocurrency don't even exist. None of it exists. Absolutely none of it. They just believe whatever they believe, whatever. Next time somebody talks to you about cryptocurrency, you say, put it in my hand, show me. Put it right here. Put it right here. I have a dollar bill here, right? I have a dollar bill, but put cryptocurrency in my hand. Just shut up. Okay, shut up.
All right. I ain't even going on that one. I ain't going on that one today.
Okay,
Silent Lamont in the building says, this is classic Dunning-Kruger effect. Shout out to Silent Lamont. I'm letting that one ride too. We about to go to Theo. You was kind of in the hot seat before you had to go, Theo, because you was doing good. You was speaking the language of LJ.
I believe in you, Theo. I believe in you. So go ahead. I'm listening.
Said that you taking out a loan for a vehicle. So go ahead and explain that one again. Let's get that started. Okay. Go ahead. You got it.
So the meeting was good. The car that I'm getting, I know is extravagant. So I'm actually first off increasing my cash flow per month for 6-7 months in order to partially finance the car. And I still have the same, amount of monthly investments and savings and things like that. That program is still not changing. But as long as I can get basically an interest-free loan for less than a year, which is basically all I need in order to get the McLaren, I'm going to go ahead and do it. But again, this is extravagant. I'm saying this is La La Land. I'm actually engaging in La La Land. I'm saying this is a violation of my rules. So I saw that somebody was saying that we're going to fight or something like that or have a debate. No, I agree with what LJ is saying. This is actually kind of a stupid thing to do. I just want to have fun, like 49 through 55. I want a really cool car. So I'm like, why not go ahead and do it? So that's why I'm doing it. And I'm kind of going to be enjoying it. What you said about the business leveraging, but your personal, no, I totally agree with that as well. And this is something that I learned the hard way in Japan is do not have any personal debt at all. You want to work hard, get cash, put into assets. Those assets bring you additional revenue. And then you can, you can move those assets or exchange those assets with other assets and try to get more value. But you never have a personal debt. And I had my house that I had in Japan was over $1 million, and I had a mortgage on it. And when the market crushed in 2008, I was totally unprepared, and I got crushed. I mean, the words don't describe how bad it was. So I had to get rid of the house, and I had to get rid of the house mainly in order to pay debt into my company. The way it was. So I learned my lesson from that after I was homeless, actually when I was homeless. And I said, I'm never going to have a debt like that again in any way, shape, or form. If I do have any kind of debt, it's less than 1 year. The short time period has to be paid by an additional cash flow. If I can't do that within a short period of time, I'm out. I'm not even going to do it. I'll just wait. I'll buy something else. I don't need it. Ride my bike. Yeah. I'll live in a cardboard box if I have to. I'm not going to do it.
Well, you've been there and done that before.
Yeah.
So, all right. Before I pass it to LJ on that, Gabriel said LJ is living rent-free. You missed a good opportunity for a joke. You should have said is living debt-free in Silent Lamont's mind. That the joke would have landed a little better given the topic. But anyway, where we at? Go ahead, LJ, if you got a response to what Theo just said.
Long story short, Theo just gave me a long, drawn-out reason to why he's going to finance a depreciating object. His reason for doing it. I mean, I put it in one paragraph. This is the reason why I'm going to finance something that's going to go down in value. I'm knowingly going to do this. I'm knowing going to go in here and finance something to go down in value because I want it. Because I want to pay more, even though whatever the price is that the McLaren is today, I know for a fact that from this day it's going to go down in value, but I'm going to finance it because it's okay. Okay, I love just throwing away money when I know the bank is going to get me. I know, but it's okay because I want it. I just want it, you know. Instead of just saying, "Hey, I'm going to increase my cash flow in 7 months," why don't I just wait for about 8 months and then I'll have all the money and then I'll just buy it in cash and be done with the shit. I don't have to do all these values and up and increase cash flow here and pull over there and do this. I'll just wait 8 months and say, how much for the McLaren? Oh, here, done, buy, and then drive off. And then when you're tired of the fucking car, you just go, I'll just sell it to somebody else that want a stupid ass depreciating exotic car that's not even worth the price it is. They just think it is because McLaren said it is. It don't cost that much to make one fucking car. You can't believe that logically. You can't believe that. That cannot be in your brain. But anyway, McLaren did a really good job in making people believe that. And guess what Theo's going to do? He's going to go finance it. Do you see how I said it?
Only less.
Oh, there's another reason. Okay, you're gonna tell me another reason. What else what's your other reason, Theo?
Less than a year. And no, I mean, no, you're totally. I'm never gonna get rid of this car.
You just keep digging yourself in. You keep giving the excuse why you should do it. Finance a depreciating object. You just keep on doing it. You just keep on digging. Just keep on. Because I want to go deep. I don't have no personal debt, but you know what? I want to be buried in my McLaren. It's a gorgeous car. So I mean, I'll buy the land, put me in McLaren, put me down there. I'll put the dirt in. That's good. No, somebody's going to remove your body, take the car, and throw you in the grave. That's what they're going to do, and then they're going to drive off in your McLaren. I'll come back. No, I agree. I just want everybody who's listening. What LJ is saying is entirely correct, and it is a depreciating asset. I hear a butt coming. I look at it as a replacement for a wife. So instead of getting married, I'll just get a McLaren, and it's kind of like, well, a McLaren can't take 50%, so I know who's been in my McLaren, so like, that's pretty good. How come I'm not getting up there? Why are you guys getting further away? I keep digging. No, I just want people to know in the chat. I'm not pretending. This is really what I'm going to be doing. I hope not. Theo, I hope not. I really do. I hope. Don't do that. No, it's for all the years of suffering that I've gone through. I decided I wanted to get that. It was either going to be that or the R8. What do your feelings got to do with math? R8. 1 + 1 = 2. I know. What does your feelings got to do about that? I don't know, but does 1 + 1 = 2 change if you're upset about a woman or something? Does 1 + 1 = 2 change that? No, but no, you're entirely correct there. But no, this is an explanation of why I'm using debt. Yeah, I'm kind of tired of always like sacrificing as hardcore as I do, which I've done for years, like decades. And so I'm like, well, let's go to McLaren. You know, let's have some fun. I'm not against you buying a McLaren, Theo. Just buy it in cash. I don't care if you buy a McLaren. Get one. Just buy it in cash. Drive it till you feel much better, whatever. Because not many people, listen, Theo, I want you to do it for 2 reasons, Theo. I want you to make a statement to other people that follow you. I want you to walk in and say, I bought a McLaren in cash, because you don't know what that says to people, Theo. If you buy a McLaren in cash, that tells everybody that's listening to you, shut the fuck up. I bought a McLaren in cash. Shut up. Well, I have to wait. If I wait 6 more months to actually do, okay. So let's say in March, I put $250,000 in cash. That's what I could do. But then I don't get it until next year about this time, and I miss next year's summer. And I want next year's summer on my McLaren. I'll be 49. My last year to be 40. My 40s. What's that got to do with buying the McLaren in cash? What does any of that have to do with buying the McLaren in cash? Well, what's that have to do with
You're
anything
right.
what I just said about buying a McLaren in cash? What's that got to do with it?
I know, but I'm losing time. I'm losing time. I gotta get it now.
He wants
Well,
it now.
relatively speaking,
He wants it
Yeah.
now. That's all he's saying.
yeah.
Do you
That's
know?
it. But, I
Do
mean,
you,
I'm putting
Theo,
on-
let me tell you something, Theo. Let me tell you something. Do you know, if you understood what I know, do you know car lots couldn't exist? Credit cards,
Oh, no, you're totally correct.
mortgages,
Mhm.
mortgages, car loan, student loan debt wouldn't exist if you understood what I knew, Theo. But what you're telling me right now, I'm just saying this out in the open because I'm hoping you'll hear this. You're about to go finance something that's going to go down in value. You're going to go finance it. And you're telling the world, you're telling everybody, everybody on YouTube is looking at you, Theo, saying, I'm about to go finance something that goes down in value. I want you to, there's people like me that are looking at you, Theo. Don't say stuff like that because you are smart with money. I clearly understand. I'm a fellow engineer too, okay? This is what you're saying, Theo, so you understand as a fellow engineer. You know what you're telling me? You don't know how to count in ones and zeros. That's what you're telling me right now. And if you don't know how to, listen, I know. I'm just telling you what it sounds like. What you're telling me is this. You're an engineer that doesn't know how to count in binary. If you told me that, I wouldn't listen to another word you're saying. Nothing. And that's what you're telling me with your money. That's exactly what you're doing.
I know.
I want you to equate that. I want you to equate that. That's what I want you to do. That's what you're saying. That's what you're saying, Theo. So as an engineer, as a fellow virtualization engineer, globally, Theo, globally, VMware, security servers in the DMZ. I want you to understand that. I want you to know. I know what I'm talking about, sir. Security servers in the DMZ, virtualizations, machines everywhere. Multiple data centers with multiple clusters, hundreds of clusters, Theo, hundreds. I created it and designed it. And you're telling me you don't believe in ones and zeros? I'm not going to listen to another word you're saying, sir. You do that. You keep doing that. I'm not going to listen to you anymore.
But if I keep on, all I do is keep on pushing it back and say, I'll do it later.
What does that have to do with math? So what? What's that have to do with math? What does that have to do with buying a McLaren in cash? What does it have to do? You keep telling me about time and feelings and girlfriends and this and that. What's that got to do with buying a McLaren in cash?
No. This is the replacement. Instead of trying to get married, I get the McLaren because then actually you're cutting your risk down.
Okay, buy the McLaren in cash. I don't care. I don't care how you do it. Just do it in cash.
I'll think about it. I'll think about it.
But that's going to cut back on a hot boy summer that he's trying to have. He got to get it now because he's going to miss out on a hot boy summer.
You know what? Theo, if you came rolling up in a McLaren and I saw you, and I would say, "Are you making payments?" If you told me yes, I would just walk away. I wouldn't look. I wouldn't pay attention to it. I wouldn't look at the car because it's not your car. That's the bank's car. That's the bank. The bank is letting you drive it. Okay, they just let you. As long as you make the payments, they let you drive that car.
I could keep it in my parking lot 4 months and then pay $25,000 a month, and then get that remaining $100,000 paid, and then drive it off. Instead, I have to wait 4 months and then order it, and then it would take 6 months after that to get it. So then that was driving me up the wall.
Are you looking in a mirror? Are you looking in a mirror on your desk? Because you got to be talking to yourself. You have to be talking to yourself because you're not making any mathematical sense at all. Zero, none, zero. Okay. Are you trying to convince you must be trying to convince yourself. You're trying to say, I'm gonna convince myself that it's okay to finance something that goes down in value. I'm gonna figure it out. I promise you, Theo, you are gonna find the answer, and the bank is going to assist you because the bank believes in you. I promise you. They understand you. They're gonna say, you're gonna walk into the bank, and you know what the bank is gonna say to you, Theo? Fuck what LJ's saying. You can finance a McLaren. Yes, you can. That motherfucker is wrong. He's lying. Don't believe him. Come on in, sir. Sit down. You want some coffee? Yeah, okay, yeah. Hey, lobster dinner on us, sir. Yeah, lobster dinner on us. Here you go. Yeah, whatever you want, whatever, because we're gonna make triple off of you.
All right, no, that's not gonna happen. Now, like I said, I'm not a car person, but I just want to share the screen real quick. Like the one you got your eyes on. Is this it right here?
It's kind of
Something
like
like
the
this?
one in the middle, the gray one.
Right here?
It's not the one over to the right. Yeah, no, middle. Yeah, that one.
This one?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Ooh. So that's what you got your sights on.
Mm-hmm.
How much is
tall
that?
are you?
How much is that?
Theo?
$250,000.
That's a $250,000. No, Theo, that's a separate question. Theo, how tall are you?
6.
You 6 feet? Okay. I was just trying to look at it. I didn't know if you could fit comfortably in that damn car. I was, you know, little dude. Might be a little tight up in there.
Yeah, it might be a little tight. I don't mind. I just want to have something really cool. You know, like when I was in high school, I didn't have a car. I had my bike, studied, didn't get laid, just studied. College was the same thing. My marriage was miserable. All I did was work to death for her, gave everything up for her. And my business failed in the end, and then came back, homelessness, cancer, got myself out of it, got myself in the right way, got my finance, got everything perfect, right? Hardcore. And I'm just kind of like, why don't I go ahead and get something really cool, you know? So
like
I get what you're saying.
Normally when people go through a midlife crisis, they're not that self-aware about it. But you just really broke it down. That's exactly why you're getting this car. Normally they don't explain it that well. You just laid it out. No,
Theo, you're gonna ruin everything you built. You're gonna ruin everything you built, Theo, with that one move. I hate to see you do it too, man. I hate to see you do it. Everything you build, you got a paid off house, you got retirement funds, and then you about to lose it all for a car. God damn. Some people just have it right in the fucking palm of their hands, and they just say, I don't want this shit. And they just throw it in the garbage. Just throw it in the garbage, man. That shit just blows me away.
Yeah.
You know how long it takes. Hey, Theo, you know how long it takes for people to save up that amount of retirement and save? Oh my God. And you just go toss it away for a car because you feel bad.
I know.
Oh.
I had to really work. And then put the money away in the 401k.
Oh, and you're saying it too. And you're saying it and you still gonna do it. I worked really hard to put that money away. I invested. I was so smart, but you know what? Fuck it. I want a McLaren. They just toss it in the garbage.
I didn't have my own bed for 9 years. Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah. I slept on floors. Yeah, until I got my salary oil. I told Bernard about it. So yeah, I didn't think about it. I know.
Go listen to me and his one-on-one if you want to get an intimate view.
I did for a very little bit.
Okay, yeah.
And then I left.
He told his story. Yeah, it was a doozy. Hey, shout out to everybody in the building. Dollar Wash in the building. He says, "You a slave, B.I.J." I don't know who B.I.J.
I don't know that either.
is. But either way, hold on real quick. Wizard X in the building. He said, "I'll buy that Tesla truck in cash." Shout out to you. And also shout out to, I know I saw Nick Penn in here. Hopefully I didn't lose it. Nick Penn in the building. Grab the McLaren in cash. Theo, you got it, bro. Stop playing. I mean, it sounds like if you wait a year, you got it in cash ready to go. It do appear that that's the case. So I don't know. That's something to consider. But I mean, even then, I'll never pay that much for a car. But that's just me. Like I said, I'm not a car person. But even if I had it, I'm not paying that much for a car.
People with Teslas and finance electric cars, they really believe they're saving money on gas. People with electric cars, they don't even know.
They're not. Explain that. I don't know nothing about how are they not saving money?
Okay, I'll tell you. Now remember, I show everybody with mathematics. Okay. Mm-hmm. Now anybody with a finance electric car, Tesla, whatever. This is what I want you guys to do. Open up the calculator app on your phone, because I don't want you guys to think I'm tricking you or something like that. Oh my God, what's he talking about? Right? I want you to put in your car payment minus your car balance, meaning how much you have left owed on the Tesla, and then hit equal. Okay. And then I want you, as you look at the calculator, I want you just to listen to the sound of my voice. The reason why you believe you're saving money on gas is because you can't see negative numbers. I can. Look at the calculator. That's how much money you're saving on gas right there at the calculator.
Gotcha. No, that's understood. Like, when I used to sell cars, this would often come up. People would say that they're saving money by getting a car that was more fuel efficient or this or that or whatever, but they put $5,000 down on a $25,000 car. Correct. So it's like, well, if you really was into saving, you probably would have bought a $5,000 car.
Correct. And I'm gonna tell you the answer, Bernard. You know why they do that? Because they can't see negative numbers. If they could see negative numbers, they would know what you just said is impossible. But since they can't see negative numbers, they don't know that. They think they saving money. You barely have 5,000, and the car is 30,000, and you think you're saving money. That's because you can't see negative numbers. That's why.
Yeah. Pernue in the building says, Theo, don't be homeless again and end up living in that car. I don't think that'd be comfortable sleep. Better than sleeping in the McLaren than out in the park like where you used to sleep. But we got author Alan Roger Curry in the building. He says, Theo, the female YouTuber Sexy Red. Who is that? No, I'm just playing. I know she is. The female YouTuber Sexy Red would I wouldn't call her a YouTuber yet, though. ARC. She's a female chat room diva. She's a Manosphere chat room diva right now. Not that I wouldn't upgrade her to YouTuber yet, but would look good in that McLaren. Hashtag expensive simp toys designed to impress gold diggers. Hashtag debt free simping. Shout out to ARC. Oh, man.
I said to ARC, there will be no woman in that car. I'll make sure. Only my dog. That's it. I want this for me. That's it. me and me only. I'll be the only one gonna be in that car.
You gonna spend all that money? I'll be disappointed with you. If you riding around in that car in the upper right hand corner. If you don't use that car to just get some ass every now and then, I'll be disappointed in you, Theo. I'll be disappointed.
You talked me into it. You talked me into buying it with cash. I can do that. So.
You know what? When I look, let me tell you something, Theo. When I look at you, Theo, this is what I see something else going on because you're doing things that are not making any sense. You just told me you were homeless before, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, you just told me that, right? But knowing that if you could possibly buy this McLaren and end up in the same situation, why would that even come into your brain? That's what I don't get. That wouldn't even come into my brain if that was a possibility. If I could lose,
it wouldn't be a possibility. No, because the cash flow would still be maintained, and I could pay it off within like 4 months of actually receiving it.
Okay, I'm not going to change your mind. You keep talking about financing a depreciating object. I don't know what else to say to you. You obviously don't trust the calculator, and if you don't trust the calculator, it's just a point. It's absolutely pointless, really, because I'm showing you with the calculator, and you're still not trusting the calculator. I don't get it.
Well, put it like this.
Let's say it like this.
I had to. Well, let me say this. Let me say this real quick, Theo. And I had to slap myself a couple times because. You know, like I've recently got my credit. My credit is good, and my credit score is good. Like I could go finance a car if I want to, and I normally buy older cars. I normally will drop $5,000-$6,000 for a car that's about 6 years old. Let me see. I bought a 2006 Chrysler 300 in 2013 for $5,000. It was fully loaded. It had all the features and bells and whistles because it was a $50,000 car when it first left the lot in 2006. When I bought it in, I think 2014, it looked like a nice, shiny new car with all the bells and whistles. That's how I normally buy cars. And recently, I've been getting that itch of wanting to get an actual new car, but I had to slap myself. Like, listen, I can't explain why I want it. I can't logically or mathematically make it make any sense to just not continue to do what I've been doing. Now, maybe instead of buying what I think I bought like an 8-year-old car. Okay, I may buy a 5-year-old car.
My truck's almost 30 years old.
Yeah, see, I can't do that. I can't.
No, I'm not saying you do. I'm just telling you me.
I know, right. See, I know. I normally would buy a car, in that, 8. That's about 7, 8 years old. I think I'm about to probably start buying them like 5 years old. But as far as a new car, just brand shiny new, drove off the lot, 0 miles, I can't make it make sense. So I did have to pump the brakes and slap myself on that because so for some reason my mind was going towards doing that, and that could have been my little midlife crisis thing. Like, I'm in position to just walk onto a lot and leave with a new car. Why not do it? Right? When I broke down the why not versus the why do it, the why not just overtook it to the point where I was like, I'm not doing it. I'm sticking to my normal game plan. Because there's no reason for me to go and buy a $40,000 car,
right,
where I can get damn near the same thing and pay, $7,000-8,000 cash, but it's just 6 years older, hopefully with just one owner. So
well, you keep doing what you're doing,
make
Bernard.
It make sense.
You keep doing what you're doing, you will be able to walk on the car lot and drop 40 grand for a car. Keep going the direction you're going.
I probably still wouldn't do it because to me that still don't make sense.
Okay, put it this way. This is why you're not.
I'll be able to.
What if you had $1 trillion in the bank? Okay, 1 trillion with a T. Would you drop $40,000 in the car, Bernard?
Yes, that's
what I'm talking about. So when you get to trillions of dollars, that's what you're gonna do. I would
have to have a few million liquid for me to be walking there dropping 50,000.
Okay, tell me, Bernard, what number would you have to have in the bank before you drop 40 grand on the car? How much money?
I had to be. I probably
tell me a number. It don't matter. Tell me a number.
$1 million or close to $1 million hard cash before I can drop 40, 50,000.
How about we just round it out to an even $5 million? If you have $5 million in the bank, would you drop $40,000?
Yeah, easy.
Okay,
easy.
then then earn $5 million. That's it. You're done. Done.
Yeah.
And you won't even think about cars like that anymore. Once you have $5 million, I want to get you to the point, Bernard, to where you stop thinking about the prices of cars. I don't even want you thinking about the price of car. I want you to say, "Oh, I like that car. How much is it?" Boom, done. Bye.
Yeah,
that's it. See how you're thinking, Bernard? You're thinking about the price of the car because you believe it costs that much. It don't. But not if you got $5 million in the bank. Don't worry about the price of the car. Who cares what it is?
Wizard X in the building. He says, I like the tech plus design of the Tesla truck, not buying it because of the green initiative solely. Oh, okay. Yeah, I see. Yeah.
They really think it got something to do with that. You know how many people gonna finance that truck, Bernard, and think they're being green and say, no, you're losing green, slaves. You're not being green. You're losing green. Elon Musk is good. He is good. Elon's good. He is good. Elon, if you can hear me, hey, come find me, baby. Come find me. I want in on that.
All right, go ahead, Theo. You were trying to jump in. I cut you off. You got it, Theo.
I emailed you the car. What?
Oh, you emailed me the actual vehicle. Okay, hold on. Give me a second.
Yeah, that's the design that I sent off to my broker.
You sent it off to who?
Yeah.
Who you sent it off to?
Who
you sent that off to?
Oh, broker.
Okay. All right.
Car broker.
I understood. I know what you mean.
There's no way I'm going to go through the process of dealing with buying a new car like that. Like, I just use a broker. Yeah.
Okay.
I think you're right. Yeah. There it is.
Does he work for free? Does that broker work for free?
Oh, I don't. Time is money. I don't mind giving him cash, which is.
Oh no, I'm just saying he's not working for free though, right? That's all I'm asking.
If I buy the car from him, I think I have to pay him like $2,000.
Of course you do. Okay, go ahead.
Cash. Yeah. I don't mind.
Yeah, whatever you believe. You can't pay anything in cash if you're financing a car, Theo. Okay, that's impossible. Stop saying things that are mathematically impossible. You gotta stop doing that. That's impossible. You obviously don't trust the calculator.
No, I don't have time to actually deal with negotiation with a car company.
No, you're not listening to me.
You're not listening to me.
You're not listening to me, Theo.
Okay. So.
Okay, listen. Listen.
Don't. Okay.
The reason why you're not buying the McLaren is because you don't have the money to buy it. I'm trying to make it as simple as possible. The reason why you're not buying the McLaren in cash is because you don't have the cash. So if you don't have the cash to buy the McLaren, if you don't have the cash to buy the McLaren, you don't have the money to pay for the broker. Do you understand?
Yes, I do. I have the money for the pay for the broker. Yeah, that's easy. Yeah, I can pay for the broker. Yeah. Look, I have $50,000 that I can put down now. I have $150,000 in my rainy day fund. That's in cash.
In your what? In your rainy day? Oh, you said your rainy day fund?
Rainy day fund. Yeah.
Okay, got you.
So if I don't, if the loans kicks in by the time I get it, which is going to take 6 months, I can put $20,000 a month into the car while it's coming in. So that would give me another $120,000 plus the $50,000, and the $2,000 I can do. So paying for the broker is fine. I mean, he and I have a good relationship. We're talking for years, but I get what you're saying. Wait a few more months and just buy it 100% in cash. But I'll still use a broker. I'm not dealing with McLaren themselves. They just drive me up the wall.
Hi, Dollar Washer in the building. He says before the in-house pussy, balling after you get in-house pussy, maybe I should wait. I don't even know what he means. Before the in-house pussy, balling / after you get in-house pussy, maybe I don't understand. I'm not following Dollar Washer. I'm not following, but thank you for the $5 super chat. And thank you, D-Rock Den, for the $5 super chat. And we got 215 people in here. Make sure I hit the like button and moderators. I know I saw somebody dropping the link to Savings Minus the LJ's channel called Savings Minus Debt. Somebody was dropping a link to that earlier. Make sure y'all go ahead and continue to do that. Spam it out. We got new people in here. So
they're scared to click on that link, Bernard. They're scared to click on that link. Because every other show I watch, Bernard, you drop that link, they be on your shit, but like hot on fire. Your panel be maxed out. 4 straight hours, 5-hour marathon. Hey man, we just talked about the calculator.
They being some runaway slaves right now. They don't want
to. That's why my book is going to be. You guys will never ever have seen a book like mine before. Ever, promise you that. Promise you.
Yeah.
It'll be the number one seller forever.
The title that I got up there, the title of the stream is I changed it to did Jay-Z and Will Smith team up with loan sharks? That's what I changed it to. More people came in when they saw that title.
Gotcha.
And so the people who
flashy, get you.
The people who came in for that, just rewind it back. We passed that part of it, but just go back to the beginning. That's what we was talking about in the beginning, how Jay-Z and Will Smith seemingly teamed up with some loan sharks. So y'all can definitely go back and watch that part from the beginning.
It's not really loan sharks if it's legal. I mean, it's legal, so it's not really loan shark. If you don't know you can't buy a house without having cash, that's your problem, man. That's not illegal. You don't know that? Oh, okay, well, that's your problem.
Well, loan sharking, all loan sharking is legal, really, technically.
It's called business.
Yeah,
that's what it's called. It's called business. I know slaves come up with these funny names like loan sharking, rip off, scam. No, that's called business, slaves. Business.
You're right. Yeah.
If you finance an iPhone,
all right,
that's called business. You gonna call them rip off loan shark? No, I know a phone doesn't cost $1,500, and I'm most definitely not fucking gonna finance it. Oh, so no, that's your problem.
All right.
No, you're right there too. I bought all my phones as well, straight out with cash.
I know you did.
Why you would do a month to month.
Right. That's why some of the things you're saying, why some of the things you say to me, Theo, shock me. It really does shock me.
Yeah, it's just
what you have, normal people don't have what you have. That's why it just shocks me. It just something's not making any sense in there. You keep giving me a reason why to finance a car with all this stuff. I just don't get it. You're confusing me.
Yeah, my only take on it is that
look at it.
Go ahead, Theo.
Look how beautiful it is. I want that car.
See, the only thing I can't make it make sense.
Oh, that car's beautiful.
Know, hearing Theo's story, I know he sacrificed a lot, and he wants to treat himself to something. But I that's for me, that would be too much, though. That'd be too much. I couldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. That's just me personally. I'm not gonna tell you what to do. Not gonna tell you what to do, but I wouldn't do that. Let me see. So Dumb Hussein. Wow. So Dumb Hussein says, when you buy things with cash, you can get it cheaper. I should say. Don't have to worry about interest.
That's true. I tell you what, Bernard, next time you need your car fixed and they quote you a price, so say like it's a couple $1,000 fix or something on your car, right? And then when they're done quoting you, you turn to them just like this, Bernard. You say, how much for cash? They're going to be like, that'll be 14 something. They'll drop it because it's cash. Try it, Bernard.
We'll do. But there go the link right there to Savings Minus Debt. If we don't get nobody else up here, I may shut this one down early. Right. I normally do roughly a 3-hour show.
I know.
We've been going 4 hours. We've been going 4 hours lately. Because the panel's been getting wild and wacky. People don't want to come at LJ today. Apparently,
hey Bernard, it's a red pill and it's a big one. You know how hard it is. Yeah. In order for you to believe the calculator, Bernard, you have to swallow a ginormous red pill to say, I believe it. Wait a minute. If you put in your mortgage payment, and your mortgage balance and hit equal, you got to look at that big negative number and say, I'm not a homeowner. Yeah. I don't have any equity. Nope. That's your equity too. I don't have any equity. That's a big red pill, Bernard. Huge. I get it. I totally get it. I don't want the majority to know what I know when I'm telling you, Bernard. I don't want the majority to know. I want them to continue financing cars, cell phones, washer and dryers, plates, shoes, gold, diamonds, cryptocurrency. Let me just look around the kitchen. Garbage cans, karaoke machines, clocks, fryers, microwaves, whatever you could think of. Whatever, just look around you, Bernard. They finance it all. Everything.
American Negro in the building says, I'm just selling all natural coffee that helps men with erectile dysfunction. If you have high blood pressure or diabetes, it's safe because it's non-pharmal. Why there? Okay. Good on you.
Just buy a McLaren.
That's not. I ain't gonna lie to you, Theo. That is a beautiful car. Beautiful car.
Yeah, it is.
That car. And if you got the cash, buy that shit. Hey man, you couldn't tell me nothing. If I was driving that car and I paid it in cash, you couldn't tell me nothing.
All right, I'll buy it with cash. You convince me.
And then when you do it, Theo, everybody that says see you in that car, you tell them too. Yeah, I bought this in cash. You're going to turn into a prince. Okay.
He said he ain't even gonna have no ladies in it. He just want to have him and his dogs riding in it.
And when somebody walks up to you, Theo, and they say, "Ooh, man, I know that's expensive. Oh, I know you're making a large monthly payment." I want you to turn to them and look like they just cussed your mama out because they just insulted you that you making car payments. I would be like, "What the? You think I make car payments, slave?" I don't want you to say slave, but I just say, make sure they understood that it's insulting to you, suggesting it that you make car payments. I want you to turn to him and say, "You think I'm just like you? Look at my car. Does it look like I'm like you?" That's what you say, Phil.
All right. We about to go ahead and then and wrap this bad boy on up. But LJ, you got
I'll do it.
Okay.
Good stuff.
I feel so much better. I'm gonna be able to sleep tonight. I am. Because I was about to go punch my girlfriend in the face. She was like, "What's that for?" No, I'm
joking. Be careful. Don't be saying
what was that for? This guy on the channel said he's gonna finance McLaren. That's why.
Hold on, OG.
Okay.
You heard me say while I was trying to get off of here. Now you about to try to come up at the last minute and talk us to death.
I can't even get my mic to come on.
I got to drop. I got a meeting. I'll talk to you guys later.
All right, peace, Theo. Peace.
I can't even get my mic to come on.
We can hear your mic. We can't. You mean your camera?
Oh, I don't want the camera on this morning. I'm naked. So,
God damn
it. I don't think I need no finance for that.
I mean, you ruining people breakfast. We don't
Yeah, I want to do that. You know I don't want to do that. So I put my old dog up. Hey, look, I got $3.50. What kind of investment can I get with that?
Okay.
That's what I got in my bank account.
You got a local Walmart near you?
They won't even let me in the door.
What about an outside car wash vacuum cleaner? You got that's $1.75.
Oh, outside. Well, if I can get some of that grease off Bernard's forehead to wax my tires up and make them look shiny, I'd be more than happy to do that. I don't want to spend my money and not have my tires shiny up.
Well, LJ mentioned Walmart. You that broke, you just would ask me to go be a greeter at Walmart.
Yeah. Well, you know the special challenge people have that locked down, so I can't get in there unless I go in there acting.
No, it's a bunch of people your age greeting at Walmart, making minimum wage. You need to go in and go. You know,
but they say they think I'm younger than what I am. But no, that's why I can't get that job unless I go in there acting like something slow about me.
Okay.
The only thing slow about me is my money. And they don't consider that as being but anyway, yeah, I got a little bit more than that. I got about $3.75. So I wanted to save that quarter. So what can I do with that, my brother? I mean, how do I go about and
I don't know, man. I don't know.
You can't. I don't think you can help you.
You think I can? How many years would it take me to save up for a Bugatti? I see you got this car here, but I want that Bugatti.
Let's see, with $2.50 down.
Well, I guess that's 0.00%. Yeah, I think I can get that in.
Yeah, I don't think I can help you, man. I don't know.
No, for real. Let's just okay. I got a retirement from my acting pension, and it's close to $3,000 a month, and that's not counting Social Security or anything. So, what would you advise a person who's getting into the years where he just say, you know, boom, I haven't even signed up for it yet. It's just making money now. So, what would you advise a person?
Are you debt free?
Huh? Yes.
Are
totally
you
debt free?
And I don't really talk about investing outside yourself because I'm not a financial advisor. The only thing I concerned with is that the business of you is in business and you are debt free. So this is what I strongly suggest you do. Go find a professional financial advisor who is also debt free. They'll know exactly what to do for you. They'll know exactly.
How do you make sure if they're real or not? I mean, they can tell you they're debt free. How do you?
Well, I'm gonna give you a couple of clues which you can tell if they're not. All right. So say like you go to their office, right? You go in their office because they usually put their degrees on the wall. Okay. All right, they always do that wherever college they went to or some shit, right? They always do that.
Yes, sir. Right? I do understand about that. People do like to show off. Go ahead.
Correct. So you look at the year they graduated. Okay, it's always on. It's on the diploma. Look at the year they graduated, and then when you get up to the desk, you ask them. You say something like, "Hey, man, I heard President Biden's he's going to wipe away student loan debt." Say something stupid and crazy like that, right? Mm-hmm. If they get excited about it. If they get excited about student loan debt being wiped away
while you're in the middle of that conversation,
that means no. If they get excited about it, you think to yourself, they got student loan debt older than their business. They have no idea. You shouldn't take financial advice from somebody like that. You don't do that because they're in debt.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
I do understand that because we used to have, when I worked at GM before, I always had a side job, and I consider that a side job. Most people consider that as a profession, but I consider it a side job because I was working in Hollywood.
No, this is what I want you to do. This is what I want you to do. Go look for a professional advisor.
Okay, I'm telling you, I understand that because we had a safety man came in and he had one of his arm cut off, and I was like, hell no, we can't take no safety advice from him because he wasn't too good to his damn self. So that's why I'm saying I understand that what you just gave to me. I ain't the smartest knife in the sharpest knife in the
You
drawer.
don't have to be.
But you know, I still got some cutting on me. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, I understand that. So I've been telling. Look, we always I'm like Bernard. I didn't know Bernard drove a preacher's car though. You know, 300 is a preacher's car, Bernard.
I didn't know that. I've been told that it was a drug dealer's car.
No, it's a preacher car. I mean, the ones who couldn't afford the Cadillac, they got the 300. So, so yeah, that's a preacher's car, and that's why it usually come with 4 doors. Anything come with 4 doors, that's a preacher's car. It's luxury ride.
I didn't know that.
Like Continentals, Cadillacs, and 300s are preacher's cars. So, I don't know what you was trying to do with that, but you still got it, Bernard.
Mm-hmm.
But see, I like the advice the man tell you, and I like the way you attack your cars too, because people don't understand. There's a lot of people. You know the best way. You was telling what was that, Theo?
Mm-hmm.
You remember when you was talking to Theo? You know the best way to get on your feet?
How so?
Miss 3 car payments.
You're so stupid, man.
I'm just telling you, miss 3 car payments, they're gonna take your car back, so you're gonna get on your feet real quick. But one thing
he's making a joke of people who finance cars. He's making
right, yeah. So what I'm trying to say,
people pay cash, don't worry about that.
The best way to get on your feet, miss 3 car payments to see what happens.
They
your
take the car from you, and then now you don't got to worry about paying it no more.
I'm gonna use that joke. I'm still
right.
So
that's the best way to get on your feet. But anyway,
until they track you down and start trying to garnish your check, then you gotta do a bankruptcy.
Well, they use finance companies. They got so many. The finance companies. This is one of the things that you can use too, my brother. Banks are not into selling cars, and so when they get your car and they resell it, they don't give a damn what price they get it, because at the end of the day, they're gonna make you pay for it. So if they auction it off for $300 and it was $30,000 car, you know what you got. You got 49. You got 49,700. You got to pay yourself. So they don't care what they sell it for, because they're not in the business of selling cars. They really don't want your damn car, but they will take it back just to default. You default on that loan, so they can tack on to what they wanted to. I have always been, and I hope Theo is still somewhere around. We have always had used cars in our family. It's a tradition in our family. Never buy a new car, because we never had enough money to finance it. So always buy the best used car you can. And there's a lot of people out there who get stuck with, they just get stuck with a car. They're moving somewhere. They're going to a different country or whatever. And you can find some real good deals. And it's a good thing, too, if you go buy a used car, try to find it from an Asian person who's going back to their country, because they'll sell that car for a little nothing. But anyway, so my brother, you don't believe, I think we talked once before, you don't believe in any kind of financing anything.
That was to you, LJ.
I think he got froze. He was doing a robot or something.
I was looking.
Yeah, you were doing a robot or something. What you doing? Looking at the computer? You looking at
I was looking at comments, reading comments.
Okay. Don't pay attention to them, because there's some real weird
what's your
people
question?
like me in there. You don't believe in financing anything?
No.
Nothing at all.
Business debt I'm cool with. I'm talking about personal debt only. Personally, no.
When you say business debt,
my goal, yeah. My
business,
goal is to personally own nothing. My goal is to personally own nothing.
Okay, when you say business debt, how do you could you give me a little more insight when you're talking about business debt? You would do financing that. Could you give me an example of that?
Well, if you make a product and you need a building, I would, and you need machinery and whatever you need to make it, I would go to the bank and get a loan to buy all the machinery I need to make whatever product I'm thinking in my brain.
Okay,
that's it.
So it's not connected to you. It'd just be your business debt.
Yeah,
whatever your business is has to absolutely 100% be separated from you. It cannot be together ever.
Yeah,
nothing. But a lot of people don't know that. They always be flip-flopping. People always do that.
That's something that I just really came to realize and understand. Actually, JB, me and him was talking about that, how I think he's debt-free, zeroed out as far as his personal debt, but he don't got no personal debt, but he'll take all kind of risk in terms of business. He don't even he owns, it's all kind of stuff that he owns with his business that he's leasing and making payments on, but his business, I shouldn't say leasing, but that he's financing, but his business, what he's generating from the business is paying for that, or as you said, the customers are paying for that, so he can take a risk with that. But as far as his personal debt, the actual person, Jonathan Barronville, is debt free and clear. So that's something separate that I didn't even think about that much, but I got a good understanding of that right now. I'm like actually doing some things to build.
Yeah, that's very, very important, Bernard. Very. And if you need to find out, and because a lot of people don't understand this, if you need to go get a lawyer, Bernard, you go find a lawyer who's debt free, and you tell them what we're saying right here. You say, hey man, I was just on SMD. He said, I need to talk to a lawyer who's debt free. He'll understand about the separation from being business and personal. You'll know everything I need to know. They're gonna say yes. They're gonna say, okay, thank you for. How'd you find me again? You just tell them SMD sent me. Then they'll go, okay.
So there's no use for no credit cards at all.
Of course there is. I use a credit card. I do.
For like when you rent a car or something like that, they okay, all right.
I use my credit card to buy everything. I have one credit card. I use it to buy everything, and then I pay it in full at the end of the month because I don't want to. I don't have to worry. I don't feel like worrying about scammers and stores hijacking this and that. They just get my credit card. They just mail me another credit card, and I just continue on with my day. Be done in 5-10 minutes. Done.
Oh, okay. Because most of the time when you want to rent a car, you go places.
Right,
and they want you to have at least one credit card.
Yeah, get a credit card. Don't worry that debit card stuff. You'll be at the desk forever. Them verifying your bank account. Just slap the credit card down, in and out. You probably don't even have to go up to the desk. You probably just go straight to the card.
Wait, hold on. I got a question.
Go ahead, Bernard.
One potential problem that could happen with that. Maybe you've managed it to where you know that you're not spending more than what you got the ability to pay. But somebody could be on some, they could be talking that talk that you talk about being debt free, but they pay stuff with a credit card, and then all of a sudden they're not able to knock off everything that they paid that month with the credit card. Now they got debt. You see how you sort of potentially setting yourself up to possibly fall back into that game,
Not me. I just never spend what I can't pay back. It's not hard. If I go to the store, I know if I have $10,000, I'm not going to spend $10,000.
Yeah, if you're comfortable and you got $10,000 in the bank, you're just not about to spend $11,000 that month on a credit card.
Correct.
So yeah,
that'll never happen. You will never accidentally walk into a store knowing that you got $10,000 on the credit card and you actually spend 11. You're not going to do that.
And would you tell people?
Well, some people will.
Oh, okay. Yeah, those are slaves.
Would you tell people there's an absolutely difference in a debit card versus a credit card? Because when you use your debit card, it's always open. That means a person is open to your finance and with no security at all compared to a credit card.
Well,
a lot of people don't know that. They think when they go to the gas station, they use a debit card. That gas station can keep on charging because you leave your account open. It's like writing a check with no numbers on it when you use a debit card.
You risk that. And the difference is that money comes straight out of your account.
Right.
That's instantly. That's gone. Right out of your bank account. That's why I would never do that. That's why I use my credit card everywhere.
Yeah.
So because if a gas station pulls that shit and I see it on the statement, I'll just call my credit card company and say, "Hey, that gas station's trying to rip me off," and then they'll handle it. I don't have to hear about any of it anymore.
Right. So I had this problem once before going to a gas station and their machine was not working. So you know how they still have them little forms where you write it down, and they wrote it down, and it was $30 worth of gas, and it ended up I paid $300. Because they wrote a one digit wrong. You see what I'm saying is once you leave that.
Are you talking about somebody handwriting something?
Yes.
Oh God, what store are you going to?
No, I'm just saying the machine was down, and so they used.
Oh, I would have left. I would have went down to another gas
station. We came up in the era where they slide your card.
Right.
Remember, we came through that era.
Oh yeah, I remember
they
that.
slid your card and gave you a carbon copy of what.
Oh yeah, if I ever saw that, I would just leave.
Yeah, I mean, computers do break down sometimes. You know what I mean?
True.
So,
I was counting it on an abacus when you came up. Yeah, you wouldn't slide.
No, this was like 4 years ago, Bernard. It was like 4 years ago. Machine went down in California. we had one of them blank outs, and they did it that way. You know, when you have blank outs, Bernard, none of that stuff you usually have in your office go work. You know what I mean? You pretty much go shit down. You know what I mean? I don't care if you got batteries, but if your internet service shut down because of electricity, your batteries don't mean anything. You just staring there looking at the computer.
True.
All right.
I just got him, Bernard. Don't say you get ready to go.
No, you told I was trying to shut it down at the 2-hour mark, and you done came up at last minute holding me hostage.
You say when you have good shows that nobody really tunes into your shows like this, and I'm letting you know that all your shows I tune into because I think it's informative for you to have information, and knowledge is power, especially you put it to use. And this brother, every time he comes on here, he always bring that knowledge, and it's kind of hard for us to get out of our comfortable zone and understand what he's talking about. But he is correct when he said you need to be debt free in life because you never know what's going to happen the next day.
Right on. Shout out to Jonathan Barronville, JB. We referenced you a few times up here when we were talking. Well, at least I did when I was talking about that difference between business debt and personal debt. So yeah, shout out to you on that. But no, overall, we about to wrap this bad boy up. Still, we about to wrap it up. I can't remember who was that came through. Oh yeah, NC Evolved 88. Thank you for the super chat. He says LJ has officially become a financial advisor. Don't say that with pocket watching with JT on the scene. You don't like that. He don't like that.
Oh, that's okay. Long, you know what's so funny about that, Bernard? You don't really have to worry about formalities like that if your math is correct. You don't have to worry about calling yourself whatever you say is mathematically correct. You can talk about whatever you want to talk about because it's true. That's why it's okay to do it. I don't consider myself a financial advisor, but I do advise you on your personal finances.
Is Ramsey? Is he actually credentialed in finance? He's not.
Not that I know of. Let me just not say that. I don't think so because you don't have to be.
I never heard him say it.
You don't have to be. He's probably not. When I listen to him, I've never heard him say that once. But because you don't have to be, you don't have to have degrees in finance to understand what I'm talking about. I know something. I have a gift. I keep repeating this. I have a gift. My gift is the ability to see negative numbers. I can see something millions of people cannot. That's my gift. I don't need a degree. I don't need a degree to be able to see negative numbers. They showed me this in elementary school. I don't need nothing else.
So you're just a regular Benjamin Banner.
Pretty much. That's what it looks like.
See, but now
you know what's so funny?
Is.
You know what's so funny? When you say that, when you say a name like that,
I'm just telling you what the hell you talking about.
I know, because people think like that, right? But all I'm telling everybody in the room, the only thing I'm going by is the number chart that was above my chalkboard in elementary school. It had a 0 in the middle. It had negative numbers on the left and positive numbers on the right. That's the only thing I'm using. I'm telling everybody in the room. That's why they're going to call me Benjamin Button, because I look at a number chart. That is make.
But no, you don't have to look it up. He designed Washington D.C. and he did it out of.
Oh, I know. They're going to compare me to Einstein. I guarantee you. They're going to compare me. They're going to call me the black. They're going to call me the black Einstein. I'm like, no, I'm just looking at the number chart. I'm not a black Einstein.
What did you?
But no, I got to watch one more window, and I'm gonna get that $1.25 to go with that $3.75, and I'm gonna send you that $5 super chat. Okay. I just got to load up my card. And people who send super chat on all these YouTube street, get you a throwaway card or a charge card, because that's the best way I see it, because then I'm not tying my bank account to the charity I get out to other content makers. So always get you a different type of card from your own finances.
Well, all right. LJ, you got any last words to take us home with before we get up out of here? Any last thing you want to leave them with? And you see Dame Christopher dropping the link. Make sure y'all go subscribe to Savings Minus Debt. Make sure y'all go subscribe to that. But any final words you want to leave us with here?
Just like what I said earlier. I want to just tell you guys that's my gift, the ability to see negative numbers. That's my gift. And what my gift is the number chart that we all saw in elementary school above the chalkboard. I believe in the chart. That's my gift. I know something millions of people don't know. And if you come and decide to get a consultation from me, that's what I'm going to share that gift with you and change your life forever. You'll never be the same ever. And you'll go on to do whatever you will want to do in life. Be as rich as you want to be, a trillionaire, billionaire, whatever name you feel like being.
Is it finance friendly? Your charge for your...
I don't care how you get me the money.
No, I'm saying, is it finance friendly? That, I mean,
yeah,
you ain't gonna break the bank trying to get it. No, I'm just saying it.
No, he's saying, do you charge too goddamn much?
There you go. No, I ain't want to cuss on your channel, but
I charge a lot of money. Yes, I do. A lot of money.
When you say a lot,
a lot of money.
Are you talking about racks or what were you talking about?
You ain't gotta get your prices here.
You ain't gotta get your price, but just in that just say I'm dealing with a rack.
What is a rack? 1,000?
Yes, sir.
Because they always name money. I don't know why people name money. Okay, that's 1,000, right?
Somewhere
I charge more than that. I charge more.
Okay, okay, all right. I gotta catch you on my next stimulus check. I get you.
Okay,
all right.
How do you get it to me?
Okay. Hey, Bernard, thanks for letting me up. And Tia Curry, I said hello. I asked to kiss a woman on the forehead the other week, and she kicked me in my ass, so I need to know what to do next.
You said tell, hold on, wait, back up. You said tell who you said hello?
What's his name? I don't want to say it wrong because he always say I would say KFC.
ARC.
ARC. So I didn't want to say that. See, God damn it. I wanted to get away from that.
Now, what did you say about you tried to kiss a woman on the forehead?
I asked a woman, can I kiss on the forehead? She kicked me in the ass. So I need to know what to do next.
And you was trying to, that was like your way of trying to.
That was what they call M1, what they call Mode 1.
You was you was following Mode 1.
Mode 1, yeah. And I got my ass kicked.
You weren't supposed to ask to kiss her on the forehead. You're supposed to ask to slap her in the forehead, which it. Well, never mind.
Anyway, I know, I got you, but I'm just saying I was trying to take the more kind of approach and see would it work at all.
No, that wouldn't. You gotta
go all in.
Yeah, if you're gonna do it, you gotta do it.
Damn, she might break my neck if I do that. She just kicked my ass the last time. She might take it easy, Bernard. I just want to, holler at Brother Kerry and everybody talking about my status now. So I don't know,
Your status?
I was told men had to have a certain status that's what women look for more than anything. But I know this is off the subject. Thank you for letting me on, and I think everybody's talking about it now. So. Everybody's rethinking it now, so maybe he will have to make a part 2 or part 3 with his next book, because people change dating the way they date in the future versus the way we used to date. So
my book will withstand the last.
Your math. Wait a minute.
It will never be
math,
old.
It'll be there forever. You can't.
Math never changes. Ever.
Yeah, you can't make
correct
that change.
Math doesn't get old.
And the ones you can't make that change.
My book will always be relevant, because math never gets old.
You're right. All right, hey, you got something hanging on your ears, brother. You're starting to look like Mr. T. So,
no.
I'm just telling the brother he look like Mr. T with that hang. You know how Mr. T used to wear that feather?
I know.
So,
I'm too young. I'm too young to know about it.
I know. You're in the same school. All right, take it easy, my brother.
Who is he, a singer? Who is he?
Mr. T, you don't know who Mr. T is?
Nah, I don't know who that is. No.
You know.
Damn, you been sleeping on a rock for the last 40 years.
I do. That was my time.
Hey, tell him who Mr. T is.
Bernard don't know who Mr. T is.
I know.
He do know Mr.
T. I know. Only
Bernard was in diapers when Mr. T was on TV.
So. No, I remember.
I don't think Bernard was ever in diapers. I think he just came out like that.
I was able to piss standing up at 1 month old
and sing the national anthem.
All right, guys. Look, I'm getting out of here. OG, you can keep trying to hold me hostage. I'm getting out of here. All right, thanks, Pooh, for that super chat. Appreciate you. Savings Money is dead. Make sure y'all go check them out, y'all. We out of here.